Now through October 31st, Dunkin' Rewards members get a free breakfast sandwich with the purchase of any medium or larger beverage. Join Dunkin' Rewards today. America runs on Dunkin'. Limit 1 per member. Cannot be combined with any other offers. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Excludes signature sandwiches and wraps. Terms apply.
Hey guys, Jim here from my friends over at Solar Bear. If you're sick of paying high electric bills, then you need to call Solar Bear, the #1 solar installer in the state of Florida, and they can help eliminate your power bill. Solar Bear is the highest rated and reviewed solar company in the state, and they're locally owned and operated, which means no subcontractors. Just visit solarbear.com today for your free estimate, and check this out. Right now, get 0 down, 0% interest, and no payments for 12 months with credit approval. Say goodbye to your electric bill and say hi to Solar Bear. solarbear.com.
Sunnyside Home Services.
Hi, I was hoping you can help me with...
Yes.
Really?
We're all being helpful right now.
Even you?
Even me. It's times like these we all come together and pitch in for the common good.
Wow, I thought I was going to have to call Frank Gay.
You can call Frank Gay. They're good people.
You think so?
Yes, that goes for everyone who works in home services. Plumbers, electricians, HVAC techs. We're all out in the community doing our best to be part of the solution.
I just didn't think you'd be so...
Cooperative? Well, there's a time to joke around and there's a time to get to work. This is the latter.
Hurricane Ian affected us all, including those of us at Frank Gay. So we're in the field every day, working hard to help rebuild the communities we serve, because that's the Frank Gay way.
Thanks for your help.
I'm glad you're okay.
You too.
That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTJS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Deposit. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Wednesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do have a banger for you today. Lots of stuff going on in the program. Woke news, which caught up on what's happening out there in the world. Animal House. Really looking forward to Animal House today. The Audubon Birds of Prey Center is coming in today. Katie Gill-Warner, Daisy Fiore, and they're bringing in Alina, who is a Merlin Falcon.
Wait, here?
Merlin
in
Falcon
the studio.
coming in the studio today. So you definitely want to stream the show. Scott Maxwell. No Ross thoughts. He's on his dang honeymoon right now. Lucky bastard.
Oh, first of 5.5-hour flights.
That's right.
Have fun with that.
We will have trivia, though. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello.
Straight ahead, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Find us easily on social, Instagram, Facebook, at The Jim Colbert Show, Twitter, just at Jim Colbert Show, and, of course, all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can stream the program to check out that Merlin Falcon. We're going to have it a little bit later in the program. That's JimColbertLive.com. Your 3 o'clock keyword is?
Deposit.
Deposit, DEPOSIT. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000. It's deposit, guys. Go get that money.
Yeah.
Faux show. What's up, everybody?
It's a free $1,000.
Good Wednesday so far?
I don't know. I'd never checked. Powerball.
Oh, I've got that coming up in Woke News.
Okay.
Was there a winner?
Wait, there might have been a winning ticket sold in Winter Springs.
Please, God, say yes.
I'll just wait for the news. I don't want you to spoil it. Oh, I'm excited. I might be a winner. Because really, come on, it's the dream. It's the time, the best time. This is why you play the lottery.
Yeah,
from the time you buy the ticket till they draw the numbers.
I'm not going to make you wait, Jack. But you do have your chance at a Powerball jackpot worth $700 million for tonight's drawing.
I mean, nobody got it, huh?
Yeah, the cash value around $336 million.
Still.
Drawing takes place just before 11.
That's a pretty nice fishing boat. 336. You can buy a nice one for that.
Wait, I bought my ticket 2 days ago. That would be for this Powerball. right?
Yeah, the drawing's tonight, though, right?
Yeah.
Or is it Wednesdays and no? It's Fridays and Tuesdays, isn't it?
Well, they
Or
added another
Saturdays
one.
and Tuesdays. They did.
No.
Wait.
What?
I think the Powerball's
Because
just
you got
twice.
you got the Florida Mega Millions twice a week. You
Right.
got all of them. Lotto is
Powerball,
twice
right?
a week, and then the Powerball is
Yeah,
twice a
Powerball
week.
is Tuesdays and Sundays, is it not? Or
No,
Saturdays, Tuesdays and Saturdays.
I'm letting you guys do that while I put up
While
a
you
Google.
look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Powerball jackpot worth $700 million up for
Damn.
grabs in tonight's drawing.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, this
Yeah, I
is.
think my ticket's good for tonight. I'm hoping.
I wonder, that's definitely the Powerball? Wednesday, so it's Wednesdays and Saturdays?
Wednesday is Sunday at Carvel.
All right, 407 916
I got an air leak out of them.
1041. So Ross headed to Hawaii. You've not been to Hawaii, right, Jack?
No, it's
is.
one of those places that's on my list.
You know what the funny thing is, and this is kind of why I bring this up. You been?
No, bucket list.
Man, if you made a list of places in the world that like, okay, well, it doesn't even register to me. I have zero interest of flying 15, 18, whatever the hours is to see beaches. I'm in Florida, and I understand the topography is not the same. I get that. I mean, but still, it's a tropical paradise. We live kind of in a tropical paradise, so it doesn't really, I don't have any urge to go there and spend all that cash. You?
It is a bucket list
Is
item.
it really?
Yeah, I mean, because
Me too.
because it's a completely different topography than there's mountains, there's volcanoes. Like Ross was going over the weather yesterday. It's 72 at noon. So and it's something that, especially when you live in Florida, it's just so.
Jamaica has all that, and it's prettier, right? And it's cheaper, right?
I don't.
You know what? And it's funny because I've been to Jamaica, and also the year I was planning on going to Hawaii, we ended up going to Costa Rica.
Okay.
Which was fantastic.
Right? That's another mountainous kind of beautiful tropical paradise kind of place.
As well. I mean, it's the same but different, and it's still something I want to experience.
And real quick, I just want to let folks know that the Powerball jackpots, the drawings are on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays.
Oh, so
it is 3.
Yeah,
They did add one.
God almighty.
I think they added the Monday.
Yeah.
Because I remember doing that story. So, yeah, $700 million up for grabs tonight.
I'm just glad that all this lottery money has our education system here in Florida humming like a top. I mean, if you look at the test scores that we're turning out in this state, my God, man. Look, I mean, we're going to get all that chip manufacturing here with all these great, unbelievable test scores that we are turning out here in Florida with all this extra stanky lottery cash. Everybody gets laptops. Everybody gather around. It is time to educate.
Pisses me off.
It's weird though, and I heard that first deal. They're like, "Oh my God, the lottery's gonna." What they're not telling you on the back end is they're taking all that money out of the budget.
Yeah,
right,
so
exactly.
the money we used to put in there for that. Yeah,
it's not in addition to.
Yeah.
That's what I got fooled as well. I was like, I'm supporting the education system. Give me 4 scratch-offs, right?
Yeah.
Then I realized they did a whammy on you there. They gave you all this money to create assloads of revenue, but the problem is they take it out of the budget, so it's not in addition to, which would be great.
And then if we've really looked at it, we didn't even need to lie about education to want to gamble.
You did
because
not.
We're all degenerate gamblers anyway.
You did not have to do that. You can tell people, hey, playing the lottery is probably going to take a couple hours off your life. They would be like, move, I need my tickets. They would be like, do you always do quick picks?
Yes.
Deb?
A quick picks. I just don't have a set of numbers I've ever felt really good about. But I also have to be honest. I told my mom this years and years and years ago. I've never felt like lottery wins were in my future. It just
really, you had that kind of feeling.
People, like my stepdad. Oh,
really?
If there was anybody in my life that felt like it was going to hit it, it would be my stepdad.
Wow, that's really I've never thought of it like that. Like you never felt destined.
I just
to
never
win the
felt.
lottery. Did you ever felt destined for
not
anything?
Destined. It's just this weird feeling. It just always felt like just a real waste of time and money.
Really? Oh no, it is. My what
by the way, you're not wrong.
Yeah,
well, I mean, I'm supporting education.
Dead accurate. An old boss of mine, when the lottery was instituted back in the was it 86 or 7 or whatever it was?
I thought it was 89.
89, I thought.
Yeah,
because I remember when I moved down here, I thought that was like the first year.
Exactly.
Where each ticket, it was pretty. It was like artwork.
Exactly.
And I remember
89.
he bought a strip of scratch offs. and they didn't win anything.
Oh.
And he posted them up. He put them on a cork board beside the register, and he goes, "This is what the lottery is."
Yeah.
It was just 5 losers, and he never bought another one. Of course, that guy lost his mind and wound up in jail a bunch.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Didn't play them numbers.
Well, I do have a set of numbers I play, but I do mix it with quick picks. So if it's a big drawing, I'll get like 20 tickets or something.
Yeah.
And I'll get like 10 quick picks, and then 10 I'll use, birthdays or significant dates. But here's the one thing I find myself falling in when I pick lottery tickets, and I bet other people do as well. Do you pick them in traditional order? In other words, do you feel I've got to go 5 and then 8 and then 12? Do you ever go, hey, you know what? I'm going to go 5, 6, 7, 19, 18, 22, 23, 24, right?
Yeah.
You never do that.
I go
No.
in numerical order. yeah.
Exactly. You always think you have to spread it out like as if the number is going to be like logical. Right? Nothing about it is logical. But there you are sitting thinking, you know what? I bet they're going to group up just like this.
Yeah.
I bet they're going to skip 7 and be just like that in order. Or
When I used to play one of the boxes, it would always be, I'll just do my favorite Yankees, right? All the Yankees, like all the single digit numbers are the retired Yankees.
Exactly.
Your Babe Ruth, your Lou Gehrig. So
Right.
all my numbers were under 10. So-
that's funny. When I pick when I get crazy, I'm like, oh, I'm outthinking the lottery here.
yeah, right, yeah.
I'm going to outthink this, right? I'm going to write this down. I'll show the lottery 4, 5, 6, 8, 52, 53, 70. Like I'll just skip around. Like I'll do a run in there where it's like 31, 32, 33.
Right.
I'm like, that's going to hit. And then you don't, man, I don't know. I don't have the lottery thing because I hit nothing ever. Like nothing.
That's why I quick pick. Quick pick can do just as badly.
Exactly. And then all I paid was $1 and no brain cells.
I like when a person will hit the lottery twice, maybe not the jackpot twice, but just hit cash out twice. Then they write a book on how to win the lottery.
Oh, yeah, right. As if, look, I worked with a guy, and this was years ago, and he swore on his life, this guy Steve, he swore on his life that he had charted it. And let me tell you guys.
There's a lot of people who believe that out there.
He had a charting system of all the drawings, the last,
Yep.
he had all the and he had the numbers that were more frequently picked than other numbers, and he swore every week, oh, it's going to hit this time. And I'm like, you do understand that the chances of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coming up are the same as any one group of numbers. And he's like, no. I'm like, yeah, Steve. Yes, exactly. There's some books that will tell you that, I promise.
Right.
And he swore, and they would all gather money, and then they would do the office thing, which I hated the idea of that.
Why?
I hate the idea. I hate it more because I'm not a sharer.
Yeah, but we're not surprised.
I was like, it's like asking for help in life. I have a very, very difficult time asking for help.
It should be the motivator for you to also buy your own tickets on the side.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are not part of that office pool, and that office pool hits,
Oh, you want to talk about
you think you're
angry
bad now,
Jimmy? Yeah,
but
no doubt. Come on.
I just lean on them and go, guys, you know I meant to.
Yeah, people would understand your anger then.
Yeah, I'll be like, come on, guys, you know I meant to. Here's $5. Cut me in. You're like, yeah, Jim, I'm sorry. That's like, you're talking about $2.6 million. I can't cut you in on that. We're going to split that between us.
No, here would be the Jim thing. Oh, I thought I gave you that already.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah,
give you
right.
that money?
Yeah.
I thought, no, I gave you that.
I Venmo'd for my Amazon Prime.
No, that's how he'll sell himself out. You'll know for sure he didn't do it.
Right, exactly.
As soon as they say Venmo, which, by the way, just got added to Amazon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so for Amazon, if you want to make purchases, you'll now be able to Venmo.
Like a Zelja.
Like you Zelja, yeah,
Don't
exactly.
do it. Get that Amazon Prime Visa, 5%, bitches.
Got a lot of stuff coming up today. Deb told me something last week about dating apps that I hadn't heard. That is a very interesting story.
I've got that article if you want it.
Yeah, good. Politics playing a much bigger role in dating these days. Bipolar disorder and schizophrenia may be related, which is a big-time scientific breakthrough as well. Plus, a massive shortage of something is going to possibly cause some real issues in a certain industry that is very, very interesting. We have that plus tons of other stuff as well. Deb, what's coming up for news?
Well, early voting begins in Volusia County today. We'll tell you how much overly confident kids lose to online hackers. Yeah, it turns out they're not immune. Wait till you hear the numbers on that. And 2 California weed companies sued for not getting consumers high enough.
Really?
Hell yeah, preach, y'all. We'll talk about that and more coming up next during Woke News.
Yeah, that's Deb's kind of lawsuit.
Hey, if it said 28%.
Right. Don't you cut me out of one of those.
Exactly.
I need every one of them to deal with traffic in the state. My God. I'll need full 28%.
I want my terps and my everything to play along nicely.
I don't want 27 and a half.
No.
Have you been on I-4? I should be asking for 40%. All right, back in a sec with Deb's News and more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Sure, you could use it to work out.
Are you ready to work together to create a healthier life?
Or you could just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, contact Clausman Law at clausmanlaw.com.
Well, we're seeing some slow traffic eastbound on I-4 between State Roads 536 and the Central Florida Parkway area. We're looking good so far westbound on I-4. No reported issues there. The 408 is up to speed as well as the beach line and no reported problems on the turnpike throughout the county. There's a crash in the Ocala area that shut down I-75 north and southbound. Use 301. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Now that Hurricane Ian is over, count on Lowe's to lend a hand. Check with your nearest location today for relief efforts in your area or to get emergency supplies, generators, batteries, and more. No matter what you need, Lowe's is always ready to help.
Tools Ace Hardware can help you create the perfect backyard for entertaining. We're in the process of doing that for me right now. I cannot wait to show you. They have the best grills out there, Weber, Traeger, Big Green Egg, but now you can also find Uni pizza ovens and Napoleon grills at select locations as well. But they also have outdoor patio furniture from Pollywood. And guys, this stuff is gorgeous and indestructible, made from extremely durable recycled plastic that lasts for years, will not fade. They have Adirondack chairs, rocking chairs, seating and dining sets in stock, but they can special order any item quickly. You get free assembly and local delivery on any grill or patio purchase. $3.99 and up. It's Tools Ace Hardware, 11 convenient locations right here in Central Florida, or you can shop online right there at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or delivery. Again, that's Tools Ace Hardware.
Hot Wheels. Race to win at the Orlando Science Center. OSC.org.
I love mornings, which is a good thing since the Today Show starts early.
We're here to give you the best start. You get the news, learn something new, and even get a little boost.
We begin our day so you can take on yours.
Watch the Today Show every morning on NBC.
Can health insurance be more than health insurance? Can it help create career opportunities for minorities? Can it help fight poverty? Provide access to healthy food? It can. At Florida Blue, we work with organizations across Florida to level the playing field, including a $25 million commitment to make health solutions available to all. What else can health insurance do? Find out at floridablue.com. Florida Blue, your local Blue Cross Blue Shield. Florida Blue is a trade name of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida, Inc.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
Dreaming about your new kitchen, but don't think it's affordable? At 5daycabinets.com, it only takes 5 minutes to find out. Simply log on to 5daycabinets.com and select our new quick quote option. Simply answer a couple questions, then upload some pictures of your existing kitchen, and that's all it takes. Now, with 5daycabinets.com, your new kitchen is more affordable than you might think. Yep, looks like it's time for your new kitchen from 5daycabinets.com. Mention Real Radio and receive 5% off your cabinet order now through August 31st.
This is Monster Jam, the official Monster Truck Series. Witness the world's best drivers competing in your favorite Monster Jam trucks, like Gravedigger, Megalodon, and more.
Who's ready for more racing?
Witness exciting head-to-head competition. Be part of the action.
Let's hear it. Make some noise.
Tickets on sale now. Coming to Camping World Stadium this Saturday. Brought to you by BKT Tires, Morgan & Morgan, Circle K, and your local Ford dealers.
There are those who feel living with debt is inevitable.
But there are those who want to be financially free. These are the ones who are willing to play the long game. And those are the ones who know there are some financial institutions who care more about helping you reach your goals than they do about the bottom line. Fairwinds. Financial freedom happens here. Visit fairwinds.org.
Pro painters, let's help you get to your next job sooner and save some money along the way. Get same-day and next-day delivery on top-rated Behr paints, stains, and primers delivered straight to your job site, only from the Home Depot. And with the help of our Behr Pro Paint specialists, you can rest easy knowing you're getting the best paint delivered to you on time at an everyday low price. Plus, pros earn discounts with the Pro Extra Paint Rewards program. Schedule your Behr paint delivery today. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. It means that when you hire us, you get a legal army. When it comes to law, size matters. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I'm your man, Steve Harvey, and I got some great news. Listen to me. For real, there are just 2 days left to enter to win. $7,000 a week for life from Publishers Clearinghouse. But you got to be in it to win it. Enter now at PCH.com. October 31st, the prize patrol could be at your house. Hurry, enter now at PCH.com. Don't miss your last chance to win $7 grand a week for life. Come on now. Enter at PCH.com.
No purchase necessary. Void or prohibited. Entries due 10/28. Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. But not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The podcast, The Bible in a Year with Jack Graham, is a moving and inspiring biblical audio experience that will help you master wisdom from the world's greatest book. In each episode, you'll learn to apply biblical principles to everyday life.
Each cinematic episode is a journey through the Bible's most profound stories that will strengthen your appreciation of the Word and inspire you to keep learning.
Listen to The Bible in a Year with Jack Graham on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Divorce? Call Trinley and Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
This is the Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
SIT, cruise over to realradio.fm to send that away at your shot for $1,000. Again, that's deposit. Good luck. We would love to see you win that money. Welcome back. I am Jim. Jack is right over there. Of course, Ross is on his honeymoon. He'll rejoin us in 2025. Until then, here's Deb with the news.
And now, it's time for Woke News. It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world. On the Jim Colbert Show.
Wow, so he's coming back early.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
Woke News brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. All right, the governor must turn over records related to those migrant flights to Massachusetts, a reversal of a story we covered during Woke News yesterday. A Leon County Circuit judge ruled yesterday that Governor Ron DeSantis does have to comply with a request by the Florida Center for Government Accountability. DeSantis was given 20 days to submit records, including those that include personal devices like cell phones. The FCGA says the ruling shows the governor is not immune from being held accountable. A lawyer for DeSantis told the judge the administration is diligently working to provide all the records to all who have asked for them. All right, a man who allegedly attacked another man when he was passing out flyers for 2 top Florida Republicans has bonded out of jail on an aggravated battery charge. There's a lot of questions around this story.
That guy got his ass kicked.
Yeah, he has an interesting past. Have you
No,
found out? Okay,
I just saw the story briefly, just surface level. I knew that dude took an ass whooping.
Yeah, the judge says 27-year-old Jonathan Casanova is now under a stay-away order. Casanova and Javier Lopez are accused of punching the victim, throwing him to the ground, and kicking his head during a fight over a blocked sidewalk in Hialeah Sunday where he was passing out flyers for Florida Senator Marco Rubio, and was also wearing a Governor Ron DeSantis hat, I believe.
Oh, yeah, this cat has a sketchy background.
He does, has a very sketchy background.
I totally forgot about this.
Yeah. Police say, now what's really interesting is that Senator Rubio had tweeted out that this was a politically motivated attack, but Hialeah police have said there was no indication of that. So it's kind of one of those,
Right, yeah.
you know, police say there's no indication. Again, the attack is politically motivated, but the victim says Casanova told him he couldn't pass him because he's a Republican.
There you go.
So we'll continue to watch this story. But like, if you look into the victim in this case and you see his history, you're like, oh, it makes it a little interesting. All right, early voting is officially underway for Volusia County today. I bet you guys didn't realize that. I believe it was Marion and Volusia County that didn't start their early voting until today, whereas Orange, Seminole, Osceola Lake started on Monday.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
So there are 7 places in Volusia County registered voters can cast their ballot in person. Election officials say they have already received more than 48,000 mail-in ballots, which makes up about 11% of eligible residents, and that's still about a week and a half outside of the general election. Polling site information is available through the local supervisor of elections office. Now, early voting in Volusia County ends November 5th. That's another important date to be aware of because it is different in some cases in different counties.
Right, yeah.
When early voting will actually come to an end. Now, 37 counties began early voting on Monday, and more than 224,000 in-person votes have already been cast. The state's Division of Elections reports 1.4 million Floridians have vote by mail ballots.
Yeah, Georgia's breaking a lot of records with their early voting as well.
Yeah,
like every other
exactly.
day they're breaking records. It's crazy.
There's been a market increase across the country for midterm elections this year, something that election officials haven't seen in a really long time.
Yeah, I wonder what stoked that.
Yeah, I can't think of anything. Hurricane Ian is responsible for even more deaths in Florida. State officials announced yesterday that the Medical Examiners Commission has now confirmed 118 deaths due to the storm. That's up from 4 just from last week.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen, though, right?
Yeah. Now, Lee County, home to Fort Myers, has the most with 57. All told, 17 counties have deaths from Ian. And, you know, one of those deaths was a Michigan man who had a friend who has a home in Southwest Florida. And when he found out it was damaged by the hurricane, he came down here to help. Slipped into a canal. Had a cut on his, got cut up in the process and ended up dying of flesh-eating bacteria. And his fiance said, like, in a week, Jack, fell in the canal, cut himself up, leg got swollen, feverish, asked to be taken to the doctor, and like literally a week later, he was already gone. And his fiance said, listen, with these natural disasters, there really should be some way of letting folks know, hey, we're really appreciative of your help of wanting to come down here, but these are some of the things you need to be aware of to keep yourself healthy and safe. It's not just
the dangers are not over.
It's not down power lines only, or fallen trees. It's things like you can't even see.
That seem innocuous. How many times, Jimmy, you're working outside? You scrape yourself, you cut yourself. You don't think about it. But
no.
Just with they don't know is in that water, or actually what they do know, but you don't know, then it can. End your life?
Exactly.
Ew.
And you'd think it's got to be a deep puncture wound. It doesn't. It just has to be. All it has to be is break the skin. Exactly.
Be a bug bite.
It just has to be able to allow that virus that bacteria to get into your system.
Really, a bug bite?
Yeah. Bug bites you scratch a lot?
If you've broken the skin on it.
Sure, man. Yeah.
It's just so that's.
You want to challenge me on that, Jack?
I don't know. I did that all my life. Those bug bites. I got scars all up and down my arm.
Well,
I pick, baby.
That's we know. You're a picker.
Jack's a picker.
He's a lover and a picker.
Arm, nose.
A $50,000 reward is being offered after an Orlando letter carrier was robbed earlier this month. And this is where the problem is. Okay. The U.S. Postal Inspector Service tweeted out details of the car and the suspect they're looking for. The vehicle is described as a gray Jeep Grand Cherokee, last seen driving on Noel Street on October 4th. This is why they're so concerned, because this incident was the 5th robbery of a mail carrier in Central Florida just this year.
That's why, and you don't ever hear about that because it's a federal crime, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, are they taking the mail or are they robbing the carrier? Like,
they robbed the carrier of the bag, assuming, I guess, maybe the mail has
checks,
credit cards, checks, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, exactly. So anyone with information that leads to an arrest is eligible for that $50,000 reward.
How about just personal information now?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Just
Data is gold.
Account numbers.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
anything like that, right? Your
Social
social
Security,
info, right?
yeah. All right. Not only that, now this one, for all you true crime fans, this to me sounds as inside job can get.
Oh, hit me with this. I haven't heard of this one yet.
A search is underway to find some jewel thieves in Seminole County.
I did hear about this.
Longwood's
Oh,
certified jewelry designs on St. Lawrence Street was robbed Monday morning. Wait till you hear how they did this, Jack. Owner Albert Pagan says $400,000 worth of jewels were taken. He says the thieves got in by entering the store next door.
Yep.
And cutting a hole in the wall.
That's how I do it.
And they used special tools to cut open the vault, which tells me you had to know. I mean, if you know what I'm saying? If it's a jewelry store.
And by the way, have you seen a picture of the front of this jewelry store?
I haven't.
I mean, this is not like this is not a Jared by any means. This is like a strip center, like little shotgun, could be a diner.
This
right.
Happened to a gun store.
Yep.
Not too far away.
That's right.
You go to the business next door. Now you're operating at night in a business that's closed, so you don't have to worry about being seen. And, you go through sheetrock, you do that with a razor blade.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's not
Exactly.
reinforced, I mean, and you got to remember, those renters don't know who's going to come in, from month to month. I mean, you can't specially build out anything like that for protection for a jewelry store.
And with battery-powered power tools now stronger than ever.
Oh, yeah. Reciprocating saw in that thing in no time.
You making a plan over there? I was going to say, you making a plan over there, Hoboken?
I'm scouting.
Yeah, get with me, Jack.
Well,
I got a pool to pay for.
Pagan tells News 6 everything they ever worked and saved for over many years was in that vault.
Yeah, I bet.
All right, a Dollar General employee, Jack.
What?
In Volusia County.
Not me. Okay.
Is accused of trying to poison his coworker.
Oh, my.
Police say when they were called to the store in DeLand on Monday to investigate, they found one of the workers said he left their soda unattended while he went to the bathroom and came back to find it smelling like bleach. 48-year-old Jerome Ellis is facing charges after he was caught on camera.
Oh, man.
Pouring the cleaning supply into the drink. Ellis admitted to the crime, saying the coworker was being difficult to work with.
That should cure it. That's attempted murder, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I forgot to.
How dumb.
I was doing one of my, monthly Saturday treks to the Dollar General.
Sure, Jack. You had $6 to burn.
I got that. No, I had to
had that coupon.
And a shopping cart.
I have to spend $25 to get the $5 off, Jimmy. Right. Come on, buddy. Come on.
I'm not
Stick
thinking,
with
buddy.
us.
Wasn't
Come on.
thinking, sorry.
Stick with us.
So the store was in disarray. Well, more than normal. But it just like there were people walking around like loading stuff, and it was just a confusion. And I overheard the lady saying that there was a mass exodus. Everyone just decided to quit earlier in the day.
Wow.
They all just
Really?
walked up, so they had to find other people to come in to run the damn store.
Oh, my God. That's great.
It was chaos.
You had a bus to catch?
Just stay out of my way. I need my dollar bleach and my paper towels.
Right.
Exactly. I've got a coworker to
Right,
poison.
exactly right. I've got an annoying kid at home.
Did you guys get those drinks I left for you?
Yeah, no.
They tasted a little. It kind of burned a little.
Yeah.
All right.
It's cheap bleach.
Brevard County friends, listen up. Brightline is expected to start conducting high-speed tests here in Central Florida by early next week. And of course, it's going to have to F up your commute. Officials say they're going to conduct the trials on a 13-mile section of the track in Brevard County. They want the train to reach speeds of up to 79 miles per hour. Residents can expect extra delays. And that's in the copy. Extra delays at railroad tracks as soon as next Tuesday.
Oh, man.
Through November 5th.
See you then.
This comes as crews plan to launch a passenger rail service next year to connect South Florida to the Orlando International Airport.
There you go.
Speaking of Orlando International Airport and the millions of visitors that come to Central Florida, and hell, even us locals, the wait will soon be over for fans of one Orlando water park. Disney announced yesterday that Blizzard Beach
Oh, it's reopening, huh?
will finally reopen November 13th.
What a reopening date. That's odd.
I know, isn't it?
Hey, welcome in, winner. Here's a water park.
Well, Disney also announced that Typhoon Lagoon will close that same day for refurbishment.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Visitors to Blizzard Beach may notice some new additions inspired by the film Frozen.
I'll be
so
damned.
funny you should say that about it with fall there. Yeah, see?
They're fun, by the way. Both of those parks are a lot of fun. They do a good job out there.
plus you get anyone coming from up north, to them this is like swimming weather, summer weather.
The Brits are out there in their skimpiest bathing suits.
We're looking for our sweaters.
Exactly. Every time it drops to 52 and I put the heat on in my car, I just pray I don't meet someone here that's visiting from Wisconsin.
Right,
Because that's springtime.
That's balmy.
That's running around in a T-shirt and your underwear. Okay, digital natives are not immune to online hackers, right? We always think it's the Gen Z, we're Gen X, boomers before, right? Well, according to a new survey out by cybersecurity startup Social Catfish, as well as data from the FBI's Internet Crime Report, it found that individuals under the age of 20 lost over, how much money do you think those under the age of 20 lost to online scams last year alone?
Wow.
Work off, Jim.
You had big eyes there. I'll go 200 million.
I'm going to go 201 million.
You should have gone lower.
Damn it!
$100 million.
That's still quite a bit of cash.
Let me tell you how much, because that's an increase from just over $8 million in 2017.
So 8 to 100?
8 to 100 from 2017.
5 years.
That is a staggering 1,100% increase in just 4 years.
I wonder, is it through the gaming apps? Is that why the younger people are so targeted? Because they, whereas I would not get attacked for spam, or I wouldn't get scammed or an attempted scam on a video play. I don't play video games. So, obviously kids play a lot of video. Is that why?
No, because they also do, think of it, all of their shopping is probably done online. Now, part of the increase, they're saying, can be blamed on the pandemic, where online scams surged for all age groups.
Sure, yeah.
And however, those over 60 still remain those losing the most money. Nearly $2 billion stolen in 2021.
That's unbelievable, man.
$2 billion.
And then you have some games, Jimmy, where you kind of collect stuff. My daughter was playing that Sims game for a while, and you can collect things. And she'd say, "Oh, there's another player who wants to sell me, the things that they've collected in the game." So you'd pay them, and then they drop the items, and then you can collect them. So there's ways that don't necessarily aren't part of the game that you can kind of try and manipulate and scam money outside of it.
Yeah, exactly.
That thing cost me $400,000.
Speaking of cheating, metal detectors are now being used to check for cheating in fishing tournaments on Lake Erie.
Yeah, those guys had to enter their pleas today.
Yep, the rule change is being made after those two guys allegedly put weights inside their catch during last month's walleye slam. Woo! Calls for put their head on a pike out there, boy.
That is a really, really dumb group of people
Seriously.
to try to cheat. I mean, those people.
And with weights.
I mean,
a detection device will also be used during the Lake Erie Blaster Fall Brawl.
Blaster Fall Brawl.
They got away with it so much, though.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Well,
they're
coming to get them, though.
It worked until it didn't.
Exactly, because those two men accused of cheating at that Ohio fishing tournament are pleading not guilty. Jacob Runyon and Chase Kaminsky entered their pleas this morning to charges of cheating, attempted grand theft, possessing criminal tools, and unlawful ownership of wild animals. They allegedly, again, put weights inside their catch during the Lake Erie Walleye Trail Tournament in Cleveland last month. They could face up to 12 months in prison and a $2,500 fine each.
It's fraud. I mean, it's fraud.
It is. It's very fraudulent.
Grand theft, fraud, all kinds of fun stuff there. But what?
Fraud.
What a dumb group of people to try to scam. I cannot get over that. They got lucky to get out of there, man. I'm serious.
No, I do too.
Those good old boys don't take that stuff very well,
I thought the same thing when I saw the story. I mean, I was like, man, if you've ever met a fisherman or a hunter, they take that stuff very seriously.
And there's a pride with people, with those guys who hunt on their kills, whether it be the biggest, whatever the case may be. There's a certain pride in that community. You got to be cool, man.
Yeah, unless you want your head mounted.
That's true.
Speaking of lawsuits, a class action lawsuit has been filed against 2 marijuana companies for allegedly not getting consumers high enough.
That's unbelievable.
The lawsuit was filed.
In your life, could you ever imagine in a 2-week period you would learn that Circle K is going to sell you pre-rolls and the company's being sued for not getting you high enough?
America.
Welcome. It's a new world.
You call this high?
I'll show you eyes.
I can see your eyes. You're not even halfway there. Get out of here.
Well, the lawsuit was filed against Dreamfield Brands Incorporated and Med for America
Those
Incorporated.
losers. You 24% losers.
The suit alleges that Jeter pre-rolls advertise Jeter. Exactly. Someone had texted us this earlier, but I thought they meant Jack's dog.
Me too. I'm like, my dog don't get high.
Exactly. Not
anymore.
You don't know that.
Well, the suit alleges that Jeter pre-rolls advertise much higher THC levels than they actually contain. The suit alleges that Jeter's mislabeled packaging violated multiple California consumer laws and regulations set by the state's Department of Cannabis Control, dude. And then one last final story. A San Antonio subdivision has street names based on Game of Thrones.
Really?
This comes out as I don't know if you've heard, but some popular baby names now include names like Bellatrix from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Well, Texas developer Chesmar Homes opened the Archer Oaks community in 2020 inside Loop 604 West near Houseman. The neighborhood features several streets that will be familiar to Game of Thrones fans. They include Westeros Path, Winterfell, Arya Way, and Needle Creek.
Well, that's not bad. I thought they were going to be terrible, like dragon names or something. Yeah, it's going to be full of nerds at neighborhood.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to have great credit, though, and drive little Toyotas.
I wonder, like, who buys there because of the name.
The same people who named their kids Bellatrix.
Yeah.
From Harry Potter. If you're willing to go that far.
It's like having a cool street name to me, I always thought was just a happy coincidence.
Right.
You know, you just, I got lucky with that. Not that I saw, I got to live on Oak Drive. I got to live on Bradshaw Way.
I've got to be on Westeros Path.
Well, then again, if it was named Bradshaw, maybe I would buy a house there.
I will live on Winterfell and nowhere else.
And now you all are officially woke. And Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. You know, he is such a resource in these confusing times with home insurance prices going through the roof, companies becoming insolvent and leaving Florida. And that leaves homeowners really anxious and not sure where to turn when looking for answers. And that mortgage guy, Don, loves being that answer for you. And it's so easy to get to him. Just go to homeloansradio.com. There you can ask Don any mortgage question, really any question. Get a written quote, in fact. And it's so easy. Just hit apply now. Again, it's as easy as going to homeloansradio.com or thatmortgageguydon.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Your 3 o'clock keyword, still valid, by the way, is deposit, DEPOSIT. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000. Ladies, stay tuned. I've got some important news for you next.
Real Radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Well, everybody, good Wednesday to you. Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King with you down the Fox 35 Storm Center. Hope you're having a great start to your Wednesday. Looks like a decent day overall. We've got a weak front that'll move into the region today. We'll see plentiful sun with increasing clouds for the afternoon hours. There may be a couple showers around. Chance of 20% or less, mainly after 4 p.m. today. A lot of you just warm and dry today overall. 86 that high. West-southwest winds at 5 to 10. Partly cloudy, dry through the overnight tonight. Some mid-upper 60s for you for wake-up temps by your Thursday. Looks like highs Thursday at 85. We'll keep rain chance at 20%. Same Friday, 20% chance of rain and a warm high at 85. For Fox 35, I'm Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King. Take care.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. Don't overpay for new blinds. Shop today and save big. Blindster.com.
Woo! What's one of the best ways to improve your home? I'm telling you, it's the windows from FAS Windows and Doors. What a dramatic improvement it made in my home. Did that about 9 years ago this December. Man, and the change in that time. I love these windows today just as much as the day they were installed because they improve the energy efficiency of my home, right? So my AC runs less. They also keep more outside noise outside the home where it belongs. Added instant curb appeal because they look nicer than the windows that were there. Plus the security impact glass. Stronger glass gives you added protection for your home. See what new windows can do for you. So you can see what they look like. They have 38 unique windows on display ready for you to operate in their Central Florida showroom. It's on Fairbanks, right off of I-4. All their products come with a lifetime warranty, and you can get rebates of $55 per window, $95 per door right now at FAS Windows and Doors. You find them online at FASWD.com.
I'm freaking out. It's October already. Hey, RC Hill here. This year's gone by so fast, it's scary. And I need to catch up, so I'm rolling out my most shocking deals yet. It's my Shocktober catch-up event. Right now, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car. If you owe $2,000, $4,000, or even $7,000 more than it's worth, I still want it. All new RC Hill Mitsubishis come with a lifetime limited warranty. Plus, my dealer next door process offers a relaxed, pressure-free experience. Are past credit problems keeping you up at night? Don't be scared. Our credit approval process is a treat. I believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car with lower rates and smaller payments. And I'll give you overpriced value for your trade. So dump that pumpkin that's haunting your driveway. But hurry, deals this good scare my accountant so it won't last long. I'm RC Hill, now bigger to serve you. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Or visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Requires bank approval. See dealer for details.
I love going on double dates to McDonald's. And by double, I mean twice a day. And by dates, I mean quality time with my choice of a savory sausage biscuit or sausage McMuffin paired with hash browns for $2.29 in the morning. Then sneak away for either a delicious McDouble or McChicken with small fries on the side for $3.39 later in the day. Who needs romance when there's McDonald's? Ba-da-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid when product served.
No matter what I get, it's 20% off every day when I spend $1 on the McDonald's app. So yesterday was my please the whole fam on the way to the game meal. Today is my finally get them to stop asking, are we there yet meal. Who knows what tomorrow will be? Maybe a delicious crispy chicken sandwich all for myself meal. Whatever it is, it's a win. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through December 31st, 2022 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Excludes tax. McD app download and registration required.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hi, I'm Lisa Booth for Bishop Gold Group. Are you worried about your financial future as retirement gets closer? All over the country, soon-to-be retirees are fearing for their financial future as markets remain volatile. Bishop Gold Group helps you invest in gold and gold IRAs to protect your wealth and retirement during times of high inflation and wild swings in the market. Secure your future today. Contact Bishop Gold Group by dialing pound 250 from a mobile phone and say the keyword Bishop Gold, or visit bishopgoldgroup.com.
Injured on the job? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anna Jar Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Glenn Levine, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
On Season 4 of the Piketon Massacre podcast, the investigation into one of Ohio's worst crimes continues. Join the KT Studios team as they examine the forensics and the ties that bind the victims and the accused. What will the trials mean for Pike County?
Let's talk about the crime scenes.
Accused murderer George Wagner faces a judge and jury.
This is legitimately the biggest murder trial in the state of Ohio's history.
Listen to the Piketon Massacre on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we got Liz $1 million.
About a year ago, I was in a really bad accident. Nobody would help us. But when we called Mr. DeWitt and his team, they were there to help through the whole thing. I'm extremely happy with the results. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
Prospective client may not obtain same or similar results.
Car crash? Call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey guys, you were talking about the mail carriers getting robbed. I have a good friend that's a mail carrier, and he says they're getting robbed for their Arrow key. Apparently that key opens a lot of the boxes, smaller boxes that could have packages and gifts and probably other stuff in them. Anyway, thought you'd like to know. See ya.
I do like to know. Thank you. That's really cool. I would have never guessed that. I mean, I don't know anything about an arrow key. That's why our listeners are the greatest.
Smartest.
That's why this form of entertainment is the greatest, because you learn something every day. Like, I had no idea about an arrow key. I would have automatically assumed they'd be shooting for, sensitive information, possibly credit cards or debit cards they can mock the number of and create fake ones online to purchase.
But and that key gives them that in other places as well, because you think about every place that has like one of those deposit boxes that, where they drop off mail.
Sure.
It opens all of them.
Wow. All right, 407-916-1041. That was a talkback, by the way. You can do that as well. Just go to the the iHeartRadio app. Download that. It's free. Go to Real Radio once you get it. Use that microphone to send it on down the line. And you can actually kind of record it a couple times, find out if you sound good, and then send it. That'd be great if it sounded good.
It's a plus.
Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is here, and Jack is as well. Ross on his honeymoon. He will rejoin us, I think, probably the 24th century or something. He's coming back.
When we see Buck Rogers.
Yeah, when we see Buck Rogers, right? Right. The next Haley's coming. I think he's coming home on.
Hey, I had there's some stories of some old school TV shows coming back.
Oh, really?
You guys remember Bad News Bears?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bad News Bears is coming back to CBS.
Oh God, Walter Matthau. That was the great. The movies were the great.
Absolutely. But did they do a TV show as well?
I think they did do a TV show off of it. I don't think it had much of a run.
Well, it was this single camera show will be based on the 1976 film of the same name, and it's going to have a female lead.
I thought they did do a.
Tempt?
That kid was the bad kid in that movie, went on to do some other stuff in films.
Yeah.
I forget his name, but he was perfect. I think he did some bicycle riding movie or something.
I just remember their nemesis team was the Yankees.
Oh, yeah. Always the Yankees.
In the movie.
Always the Yankees.
Well, I told you guys before we went to break, if you ladies are listening, and I guess guys too, I mean, I can't imagine anybody using these products, but there's a serious recall out there right now with products with a thing called dry shampoo. Jack, have you ever heard of dry shampoo?
I have, and it was when my mom was in one of those rehab facilities when they can't take them to bathe and stuff, but it allows them to kind of, I guess, clean their hair. That you put the shampoo in, and I don't know how you get it. I don't know if you vacuum it out.
Yeah, I don't. My wife uses it, but I don't know how it works.
I use it as well. Yeah.
Do you shake your head? How do you get it out of your hair?
No. You don't get it out of your hair. The point of it is to you spray it close to your roots.
Yeah.
And then you massage it in, and then you brush it through, and then it takes care of. And
it just makes it difficult for like dirt or grime to stick to it or something?
Well, it kind of, in a way, it freshens it up. It's a way of extending washes in between when you wash your hair.
Oh, I got you. And, in women, I mean, my wife only washes her hair like maybe twice or three times a week max.
Her stylist would kill her if she washed it any sooner than that.
She just doesn't do it.
I mean, you're not supposed to.
Well, there's a product, Unilever company, obviously is a massive company. They're recalling dry shampoo aerosol products sold nationwide because they contain elevated levels of a thing called benzene, which is a known human carcinogen. This is not one of those things where they think it may. Like, there's no argument. Benzene does cause cancer in humans, and they need you to get rid of it. So if you have it out there, you can go to Unilever.com, and if you have one of these products, they will send you a new one or send you something else or a refund.
Question. If it's so well known, the problem of benzene, why was it in there?
I don't know.
That's interesting. If you look more into the products that, makeup products and stuff like that, it ends up being more often than not finding out after the fact of how many years you've been using it.
Yeah.
Think of how many years. A Shower Fresh, remember the powder?
Oh, yeah. Well,
a sprinkle a day. And then years later you're facing lawsuits because, that talcum powder you sprinkled in your panties caused ovarian cancer.
Right, yeah.
Wow, we didn't tell you that.
Right, yeah. The recall includes dry shampoo aerosol products made before October 21st from brands Dove, Nexus, Suave, TIGI, which includes Rockaholic and Bedhead.
Oh, those are the big ones.
Yeah, Tresemme, all of those companies, and if they show a list, and they can show you, what the deal is and what products they're talking about specifically. But if you use any of those products, you probably need to trash those or contact Unilever just by going to Unilever.com. There is a website set up where you can get your refund and you make sure you get rid of that product. Bad news. Bad news stuff.
Yeah, because this just came on the heels of the news that some hair straighteners have been found to cause ovarian and uterine cancer.
Absolutely, yeah. In December, Procter & Gamble actually had a recall on dry shampoo products as well. So this is a thing now. And in a lawsuit on Friday, L'Oreal alleges that chemicals in the French company's hair straighteners caused a woman's uterine cancer. So there's a lot of stuff out there. If you use any of those hair products, ditch them. And it's the aerosol that makes it even worse because you can inhale it. You know,
right, exactly.
It's it's just so easy to get into your system there.
And also, but this doesn't affect just women, but if you use Pine Sol, there's quite a huge Pine Sol recall right now.
Yeah, we have that. That Clorox has recalled a number of cleaning products, which is amazing. And you know what the crazy thing is? Why? Did you see why?
I heard. Well, I heard with the Pine Sol was because of a bacteria
That's right. It's a bacteria in your cleaning products. Think of the irony of that.
Well, and the freaky part from what I heard was that just having the fumes, just having your eyes exposed to the fumes could expose them to this bacteria.
In the Pine Sol?
And the Pine Sol.
28 days later.
That's why you use Pine Sol, to get those fumes, because
Exactly.
it smells clean.
Oh,
Exactly.
my God.
But
Whether
these
it's clean or
fumes,
not, it smells clean.
That's right.
exactly, but not these fumes. These fumes will take out your eyes.
I'll just get a pine scented candle.
I'm not 100% sure that my grandmother didn't inject Pine Sol thinking it would clean everything. She was way ahead of Trump.
I like scented candles now.
Do you?
I do. There. Listen.
Oh, is this
Bath and Body Works, dude. You will get no better scented candle.
Let me tell you
Don't
something.
get me. Don't.
Let me warn you real quick. That's an expensive hobby.
No.
Not with his Dollar General crap. He's getting those knockoff Glade candles.
Who's got the life hack? It's Aldi.
Oh, talk to me.
$4.50 for the 3-wick candle, and I could get the single ones. It was $2.50.
Is it the Woodwick though? Because it makes so much noise. The Woodwick candles make so much noise.
They sound like a crackling fire.
Yeah, it drives me crazy.
Oh my!
I'm just saying, Aldi is the
Don't.
deal.
Yeah, but the problem
I
is,
almost cursed.
you buy that candle for like
That's how excited I am.
$4 or whatever. You can't smell it.
Oh, yes, you can.
Really?
You have to be in the same room. But yes.
Not as much oil in those cheapies.
Exactly.
That's why those ones from whatchamacallit cost so blinking much.
But they're worth it.
I think I should do a weekly segment on all the stuff in that middle aisle.
Oh,
of
that'd be
Aldi.
great.
I was going through like yesterday or the day before. I'm like, I should videotape this for Jim.
I actually asked Jack about that. Jack told me he went to Aldi. I had to get you a secret aisle.
Oh, of course he did.
Tell me about that secret aisle. I heard you could get a projector in there. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. A couple things happening after this break. Get another keyword, and we get to visit with a Merlin Falcon. Go to JimColbertLive.com. Check out the stream, and we'll do that next with Animal House.
Your shot at a little
holiday magic
is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
We're looking at stop-and-go traffic now heading north on the Turnpike right near I-75. It's also solid westbound on I-4 between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road. A slow go, too, between Sand Lake Road and 535, as well as eastbound between State Road 536 and Central Florida Parkway. No reported issues on the beach line at this hour. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is paid for by National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Any first responder will tell you, never try to beat a train. After braking, it could take a mile for a train to completely stop. So when you come to a rail crossing, stop, because trains can't. Paid for by NHTSA.
Loth and Palm Bay, you just got yourself some
holiday magic.
Oh, nice.
Loth heard the keyword, then entered it on our website at realradio.fm and answered the phone when he got the call.
And it said no caller ID, so I decided to pick it up, and then...
Your chance to win $1,000 happens 13 times a day. This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
I love mornings, which is a good thing since the Today Show starts early.
Morning, welcome to Today.
Those first hours set the tone for the day ahead.
We're here to give you the best start. You get the news, learn something new, and even get a little boost.
You start the day off with a clean slate, and we hope you'll start it with us.
We begin our day so you can take on yours.
because every day needs today.
Watch The Today Show weekday mornings at 7 on NBC.
This is Steve Kramer. Let me tell you a business secret. There are sketch companies out there selling awards. Make sure the awards earned by your lawyer are from respected organizations. At Trendley Kramer Law, our lawyers have been recognized by Orlando Magazine Best Lawyers, Florida Trend Legal Elite, Super Lawyers, and listed in U.S. News as a best law firm for years. We've earned the awards that can't be bought. Trendley Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Ram trucks are built to serve, and so is your local Florida Ram dealer, where right now we're offering $1,000 Florida Recovery Bonus Cash Allowance to owners of vehicles damaged by Hurricane Ian. Visit your local Ram dealer or go to ram.com and take advantage of $1,000 Florida Recovery Bonus Cash Allowance, now available on most 2022 Ram trucks. Excludes Ram 1500 TRX. Must present a copy of insurance claim form to be eligible and reside in specific counties impacted by the storm. Residency restrictions apply. Order or take retail delivery by 11/30/22.
Here at Mattress Firm, we care deeply about our community. If you've been impacted by the storm and need to replace your bed or bedding due to water damage, we've got you covered. We're working with the American Red Cross to assist in providing financial aid and sleep essentials. Plus, we're offering you a special discount of an extra 25% off to use on select mattresses, protectors, bedding, and more. See one of our sleep experts at your local Mattress Firm store or visit mattressfirm.com.
The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire 86,000 IRS agents. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There's no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
You need more than fast internet. You need ultra-fast Xfinity internet that checks all the boxes. Ultra-fast internet that's strong enough to power a house full of devices? Check. Ultra-fast internet that's also reliable? Check. Whew. Ultra-fast internet with unlimited data included so you can do more of what you love online? With smarter network security? All starting at way less than you think? Check, check, check. That's internet that checks all the boxes. That's Xfinity. Get an amazing value on Xfinity Internet with unlimited data included. Switch for $55 a month for 12 months. There's no annual contract required, so it's risk-free. And there are no equipment fees. Plus, activate advanced security free with the XFi Gateway. Go online, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. New fast internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After 12 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Rebuilding after a flood can be difficult, but if you have flood insurance, you don't have to go through it alone. The National Flood Insurance Program can help you and your family recover by paying claims swiftly and fairly. If you've experienced flood damage, start rebuilding today by calling your insurance agent or company to file a claim. For more information about how to get your claim started, visit floodsmart.gov/claims. Brought to you by FEMA and its National Flood Insurance Program.
Last year, Racetrack introduced the waffle breakfast sandwich to the world, and it was a huge hit. But then we took it away, and we got emails, we even got a strongly worded fax. The people wanted it back. Well, ask no more. The waffle breakfast sandwich is back by Waffular demand for a limited time. Savory sausage, melty cheese, and hearty eggs, all between 2 fluffy waffles. The waffle breakfast sandwich has returned. Pick one up today at participating locations. Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, GRAND. grand. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch. At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Jack, you need to check your tone on telling people to sit by their phone. My God, man. Coming in like a mean dad. 407-916-1041. 4 o'clock keyword is grand, G-R-A-N-D. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000.
Do it.
Grand. That is your keyword, G-R-A-N-D. Good luck. We hope you win that dough.
Sit by your phone.
Welcome back. I am Jim. Jack is right over there producing. Deborah's here, and she has Animal House.
Yeah, I do.
She likes them fuzzy, furry, feathery, tough, and scaly. It's time for Animal House with Deborah Roberts.
And today we're going to be focusing on feathery. And as always, Animal House is brought to you by personal injury attorney Glenn Klausman of Klausman Law. We'll tell you how to get in touch with Glenn at the end of this segment. But please join me in welcoming for her first time in studio, Daisy Fiore, Senior Education or Coordinator for Education from the Audubon Center for Birds of Prey right here in Maitland, Florida, along with her very feathered friend, Alina, a Merlin falcon.
This thing is bananas.
Definitely want to check us out on YouTube or Twitch where you can see Daisy holding Alina. Daisy, welcome to the studio.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me and Alina here.
Yeah.
We're excited to say hi.
Yeah, it's good to finally be able to look at you face to face because we've been doing this via Zoom up until today.
Absolutely. And Alina is honored to be the first one back in the studio. She's a Merlin falcon, so she's one of our smaller birds of prey, also one of our most energetic birds of prey. So a Merlin falcon
Why do they call it a Merlin falcon?
You know, I don't know where the name came from. I think it came from Latin, but they've had a lot of different names over the years. They used to be called the lady hawk.
Yeah. Wow.
So the Merlin falcon was extremely popular for falconing in Europe. And noble women would have these little birds because they're nice and petite and so beautiful. And they would use them to catch sparrows. So they were also called sparrow hawks at one point. But they're not hawks at all. They are falcons.
What's the difference?
What is the difference? That's a great question. So they are different classifications within birds of prey. So there's hawks, falcons, eagles, ospreys, kites, vultures. Those are the different types that we have in Florida. And they all have differences in what they eat, in their bone structure.
How they hunt, maybe?
How they hunt, exactly.
I'll be damned.
You know, Daisy, it's fascinating because she's a smaller falcon. So you and I were talking before Animal House started about how there's a lot of misconception that the smaller the animal, the more docile and less vicious they are, when in reality, sometimes the smaller the animal, the meaner the bird. And in this case, tell folks like how she hunts and what she hunts.
Absolutely. So smaller does not mean calmer at all. Alina's one of our most energetic birds. She only sits about 10 inches tall. But Merlin falcons are bird-eating birds. They catch other birds and they catch them on the wing. So much like the larger peregrine falcon, Merlin falcons are aerodynamic and they are fast, very, very fast.
So they hit their prey mid-flight.
Mid-flight.
Now, do they also eat them while they're flying?
They can consume their prey in flight. They don't even have to land, and they can just move on to the next bird. They have an extremely high metabolism. Alina here can eat about 2 or 3 items a day, which for such a small bird, it's the equivalent of you eating a chicken and a bag of potatoes every day.
Wow, really?
That's a lot of food. That's a lot of food.
That is a lot of food. So do you guys have to like supply sparrows and stuff to these guys?
So we mostly get in chicks and mice that are already frozen. We get them in bulk. And that feeds all of our birds. If you're wondering how much that costs, a lot.
Does it really?
It is so expensive to feed birds of prey because they eat meat, and that's a high-priced item.
Sure thing.
Just Alina here costs probably about $5 a day to feed.
Are you kidding?
No, not at all. And
that's a school lunch.
I know. And we've got 50 residents, not to mention all our clinic patients and rehab patients.
Now, how did you come to be at the Birds of Prey Center?
That's a great question. Alina here suffered some sort of injury We're not sure the source of the injury, but if you look at her right wing, it's
Yeah.
broken at the elbow joint.
Right.
It hangs down a little bit. Now, for Merlin falcons, this sort of injury was probably a car strike.
Really?
Yeah, because they're so fast and aerodynamic and catching their prey on the wing, they will often dodge in front of cars looking to catch their prey, and they get hit by cars a lot.
I'll
It's
be
very
damned. I would have never thought that in a million
No,
years.
I wouldn't have thought-
You would think of anything that would be safe from automobiles, it would be a hauling ass bird.
Well,
Not at all.
so real quick, what does on the wing mean?
So that means in flight.
So in flight just means that
Yes.
that's when they, wow. And then her eyes are really large as well. And that usually means that she can, how far away can she see her prey?
She could see a mouse in the grass from about half a mile.
In the grass.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So when they're hunting, is there a certain elevation that they like to cruise at so it maximizes their ability to see prey?
So these guys are going to stay fairly low because they're hunting songbirds. So where those songbirds are, that's where they're going to be.
Really?
They can be the terror of backyard bird feeders.
Really?
Yeah,
oh, they
they
just came
will
in hot just while they're sitting there. The songbirds are
in,
eating,
yeah.
thinking everything's great, just singing along.
Yep.
Next thing you know, here comes this bitch. I mean, coming in hot and mad and hungry.
That's like an all-you-can-eat buffet for a Merlin falcon.
Seriously.
And they've actually been known to hunt in their pairs. So they're monogamous. They'll live in a pair, and they've actually been known to hunt in that pair, where one of them will corral a bunch of songbirds, and the other one will just come in and pick them off.
Wow. So they breed for life.
Yes, they do mate for life.
So how often do they do that? Like in a lifespan, and Alina is a female. I don't know how long she's been in captivity, but in a lifespan, a bird that is, naturally, is it like a couple eggs a year or?
They just lay once a year, and they usually lay between 2 and 5 eggs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they don't lay in Florida, so this is non-breeding for them. They breed up in northern North America, so Canada, the northern U.S., and they actually just migrate through Florida. So you're not going to see these guys very often in Florida. They come through September, October. Some of them might stick around for the winter, but usually they're just on their way to Mexico or further
Really?
south.
Oh, so
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
great bird watching time if you want to see a Merlin falcon.
Yeah, this is about your only chance. Otherwise, there's only going to be a couple left in Florida the rest of the year.
Wow.
Yeah, Alina is our only Merlin falcon at the Audubon Center.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Is it odd for birds of prey centers to have a Merlin falcon? Is it relatively rare? And is it just simply because they usually don't survive those car impacts, or is it just because?
Well, here in Florida, they're just not very common.
Yeah,
It's not common to have one. And she's been, for the last 9 years, the only one I think we've had. She's about 9 years old right now.
Right. And you were saying what's the lifespan in captivity for a Merlin falcon?
The oldest known one was 11.
Oh, and she's already 9?
Yeah, so Alina is a very geriatric bird, but you can see she's still really
Oh yeah,
active.
she's got pep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's good. She's a good
Oh,
old
yeah.
bat. That old bird's got some bird.
She's still got some sass in her. She does have cataracts in one eye, though.
Oh, really?
Well, it happens at that
whatever,
age.
Whatever humans can get cataracts, arthritis, so can birds.
By the way, you can see her real quick, JimColbertLive.com. If you want to check out the stream, we have her right here on camera. Daisy's holding her, and she's actually really well behaved.
She's very well behaved. Jack, you should get a little bit closer and spook her and make her flap around. How old would a Merlin falcon live to be in the wild then if 11 is the oldest in captivity?
In the wild, they rarely make it to 5.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you said that they also prey on each other.
Yeah, and they live high-stress lives, just a lot of flapping, using a lot of energy. So other small birds can actually live a lot longer than them.
Wow.
Screech owls can live maybe 10 years in the wild, but these guys just not very long-lived.
Wow, they're like New Yorkers of the wild, always running on high.
That's funny.
A lot of stress in
A
their
lot of
lives.
stress, yeah.
So-
You
yeah.
need to bring it down.
So almost every falcon I've heard of is fast. Is that their calling card? Whereas maybe hawks or eagles are just more powerful, their talons are more powerful. Is that where they make their money with speed, falcons?
Absolutely. Falcons, known for being very fast. Eagles are just straight power.
Right, yeah.
Eagles are not fast.
Right.
They're not fast when it comes
Also,
to birds.
they're birds of opportunity too, aren't they?
Absolutely. Yeah. And falcons tend to be a little more specialized. So the peregrines and the merlins, other birds are going to be kind of their number one prey. They're not going to go after much else. The little Merlin falcons might go after a big bug, flying around.
Oh, really?
But that's about it.
Wow, really?
Wow.
So when you're falconing, you're using one of these Merlin Falcons. The Peregrine Falcons never get used for falconing.
Well, if you're a lady, you would use the Merlin
The
Falcon.
lady would use the Merlin because they're much more dainty.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you could use the Merlin, Larry.
Don't call it. How dare you? Get out of here.
Larry.
Get out of here with that. Wow, man. So when do they interact with other birds at all? I mean, she has to be separate. I mean, would she attack any bird, any size? Is it just she's ingrained to do that?
Anything smaller than her, she'd definitely try to eat.
Really?
At her age and having been in captivity her whole life, I'm not sure that she'd actually try to do. And she's, not exactly hungry.
Right.
We make sure she's pretty satisfied. So she sits on the porch next to some of her other birds during the day, and she's never tried to go after them.
Do they have personalities?
I think every bird has a vastly different personality.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wow, I mean, it's just like she's very spunky. Is that her personality thing? Just known for being very energetic and spunky at her age?
Yes, very energetic, very fun. But also, once you get to know her, really just a sweetheart.
Wow,
very special.
She's beautiful, man. I mean, that's a beautiful bird, and her being so small, and then knowing her reputation for being so deadly is kind of an interesting juxtaposition. Seeing her, she's this beautiful, deep brown desert kind of khaki color.
Yeah, she is absolutely beautiful.
Yes,
and
they're stunning.
And one of the birds that you're able to see at the Audubon Center for Birds of Prey in Maitland. And Daisy, is there anything coming up? Because like you mentioned, feeding birds of prey is very expensive. You guys are a nonprofit organization, so that onus is on you. So is there anything coming up that folks can check out the Audubon other than just for a beautiful Saturday?
Absolutely. We have one of our funnest events of the year coming up. So on November 12th, we have Owl Be Home for Christmas.
Oh, my God.
Hello.
Love it, bud.
God almighty.
Tickets are on sale now. You can get your Christmas card photo with Santa and an owl.
Oh, wow. Don't you tease me.
That's my favorite bird.
So if you want a really special Christmas card picture, but we're also going to have cookies and ornament decorating and bird meet and greets. It's going to be a super fun morning, all for just $15. It's also free for our members.
Really?
So if you've ever thought about buying a membership, now is absolutely the time. We can also buy people memberships for Christmas. It's such a good gift to get someone, an experience rather than just more stuff. So.
And very centrally located right here. It's easy to get to. It is a fascinating place because, I think that, you hear it like, I'm 54 years old. I've heard about all these birds in my life. I've read about them. But to see one in person is a completely different experience because your perception of what is happening out there in wildlife against the reality of that little bird being here. And then again, realizing what a complete badass she is.
Exactly.
And then seeing more of that, whether it be other hawks or falcons or ospreys or eagles, live and in person. I know when I saw my first golden eagle, live in person, I gasped. Like I could not believe how big it was. Like it was giant. And you see them flying. You're like, oh yeah, that's pretty majestic. And you see one on a tree stump as part of his show, and you're like, holy Christ, it's like a 2-year-old.
Absolutely. Our largest bald eagle, Paige, she's 10.5 pounds. She's about 3.5 feet tall. She just moved into a brand new aviary that we just tricked out for her. And you can get about 2.5 feet away from her. And it's just one of the only places you're ever going to be that close to a bald eagle.
Very cool, man.
Oh, that would be very cool. And that's again on November 12th.
November 12th, Owl Be Home for Christmas.
You're so proud of that. I think it's adorable how proud you are of that.
We love our owl puns.
We love having you come. Thank you so much, Daisy.
Yeah, awesome job.
Yeah, we appreciate you and Alina stopping
by. Thank you guys
by.
so much. And thank you for having me and Alina here.
Oh, you got it. We'll have you back again soon.
I hope so.
In the meantime, as always, Animal House is generously brought to you by Glenn Klausman of Klausman Law. So if you or someone you know or love have been in a car, truck, or even a motorcycle accident, here's a couple of reasons why you need to call Klausman Law. One, Glenn never passes your case off to a caseworker, but rather he personally handles your case, so much so that he'll give you his personal cell phone number and then pick up when you call. Just a couple of reasons why he's voted super lawyer and legal elite year after year, including this year. He's also an animal lover and a true friend of the show. So again, if you've been in an accident, give him a call at 407-917-1718 or check him out online at klausmanlaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN law.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Remember, your 4 o'clock keyword is grand, GRAND. Go to realradio.fm and send it away for your shot at $1,000. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
It's another winning Wednesday on our Instagram page. Clock is running. Today, you can win tickets to see Monster Jam happening October 29th at Camping World Stadium. Real Radio 1041 on Instagram is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Klausman Law Traffic Center, car crash? Contact Klausman Law at klausmanlaw.com.
Delays now heading south on 417 from a crash between Moss Park Road and Narcoossee Road, taking up the left lane. Westbound travel on I-4 stop and go still between World Drive and Osceola Polkline Road. We're seeing delays eastbound as well between State Road 536 and Central Florida Parkway. Heavy traffic as well north on the Turnpike right near I-75. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center. I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples is a one-stop destination for shipping supplies like boxes, mailers, and packing filler to services like UPS Shipping. And right now, get 25% off UPS Express shipping services at Staples. Offer valid in U.S. Staples stores through 12/31. Staples, the best-kept secret in shipping.
Hey guys, Jim here for my friends over at Solar Bear. If you are sick and tired of paying for those high electric bills, then you need to call Solar Bear. These guys are the #1 solar installer in the state of Florida, and they can help eliminate your power bill. Highest rated and reviewed solar company in the state, locally owned and operated. That means no subcontractors. That's a good thing. Plus, all you have to do is visit solarbear.com today for that free estimate. And right now, you can get 0 down, 0% interest, no payments for 12 months with credit approval. Can't beat that either. Say goodbye to your electric bill. Say hi to Solar Bear. Solarbear.com.
This hour of talk is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
There are some financial institutions who care more about helping you reach your goals. So they offer solutions and tools to make something that seems impossible become a reality. Fairwinds. Visit fairwinds.org.
13 days of Halloween Devil's Night.
Do not leave your house. Do not answer the door. If you hear a bump in the night, do not go investigate.
Season 3 of the horror fiction podcast presented in immersive 3D audio.
Oh my God, he's gonna get left behind. He's gonna spend the night out here.
Starring Carter Rockwood.
Are you kidding me? You know what night it is?
And Clancy Brown.
There are things in the night that would love to get their bony hands on a boy like you.
Listen to 13 Days of Halloween on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you're a pro that paints, the Home Depot is here to save you money. Paint stores try to convince you you're getting a good deal by offering deep discounts on paint, but what they don't tell you is the starting price is too high to begin with. The real question is, how much are you paying per gallon? Nobody beats the Home Depot's price per gallon on Behr paint guaranteed. We offer everyday low prices on every gallon of top-rated Behr paint stains and primers. Plus, our pros earn discounts through our Pro Extra Paint Rewards program. That's the value of the Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only. See store for details.
I love going on double dates to McDonald's. And by double, I mean twice a day. And by dates, I mean quality time with my choice of a savory sausage biscuit or sausage McMuffin paired with hash browns for $2.29 in the morning. Then sneak away for either a delicious McDouble or McChicken with small fries on the side for $3.39 later in the day. Who needs romance when there's McDonald's? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid when product served.
No matter what I get, it's 20% off every day when I spend $1 on the McDonald's app. So yesterday was my please the whole fam on the way to the game meal. Today is my finally get them to stop asking, are we there yet meal. Who knows what tomorrow will be? Maybe a delicious crispy chicken sandwich all for myself meal. Whatever it is, it's a win. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through December 31st, 2022 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Excludes tax. McD app download and registration required.
Have you heard about International Diamond Center's 110% diamond upgrade guarantee? It's just another exclusive IDC promise to you. It works like this. When you buy any diamond at IDC and keep it for at least 1 year, we'll give you back 110% of your original purchase when you decide to upgrade to a larger stone. For example, you buy a diamond today for $5,000. When it's time to upgrade, IDC will give you $5,500 toward the new diamond. That's guaranteed 10% appreciation when you trade up. Think about it. IDC will give you more than you paid us for that first diamond. This is for any engagement ring center stone as well as all diamond solitaire pendants and all diamond stud earrings. And it applies regardless of whether your original diamond cost $3,000 or $30,000. It's IDC's 110% diamond upgrade commitment with no fine print and no minimum purchase requirement. Just another example of how we stand behind everything we sell. International Diamond Center. Get directions and store hours at shopidc.com.
This is Monster Jam! The official Monster Truck Series. Witness the world's best drivers competing in your favorite Monster Jam trucks. Be part of the action. Let's hear it! Make some noise! Brought to you by your local Ford dealers and Circle K. Get your buy 3 tickets, get 1 free savings coupon from participating Circle K locations. See savings coupon for details. Coming to Camping World Stadium this Saturday. Visit monsterjam.com for event details.
The podcast, The Bible in a Year with Jack Graham, is a moving and inspiring biblical audio experience that will help you master wisdom from the world's greatest book. In each episode, you'll learn to apply biblical principles to everyday life.
Each cinematic episode is a journey through the Bible's most profound stories that will strengthen your appreciation of the Word and inspire you to keep learning.
Listen to The Bible in a Year with Jack Graham on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Divorce? Call Trinley and Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Real Radio 104.1.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show. Already in progress.
Listen to this bass line. Very nice. Is Leo Sayer?
Yeah.
Very nice. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. You can leave us a talk back if you'd like. Download the iHeartRadio app. Go to Real Radio once you get it. Use that little microphone to send it on down the line. We'll put it on the air for you for sure. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. Ross on his honeymoon. He'll be back with us eventually. Deb, I know that we have some breaking news out there.
Yeah.
If you're on the road in the Marion County area and listening to the show, you got to beware.
Because at least 3 people have been killed in a multi-vehicle crash that has the northbound lanes of I-75 shut down in Marion County. This is according to the Florida Highway Patrol. This is via News 6 WKMG's Twitter account. So again, at least 3 people killed, multi-vehicle crash, northbound lanes, I-75 shut down in Marion County, probably going to be shut down for several hours.
That's right. Definitely want to avoid that area if you're headed to that, or if you use that thoroughfare to get north anytime during the day. You want to avoid it at all costs.
Absolutely.
I wanted to ask you guys something. I've never heard this term, and I learn every day. And I love to, but some of this stuff just slips past me. And I think maybe because we live in Florida that we don't experience this. Have you ever heard of something called autumn anxiety?
No.
I always heard it's sad.
Yeah. Okay. So we know about the winter blues, though, correct?
Okay. Yeah.
Seasonal affective disorder.
Right. So we don't experience that because we don't have winters.
No,
right?
but having grown up.
Is it a weather thing, or is it...
it's a lot of that, yes.
Like, the holidays can also trigger it for people who are alone
So
or
that,
lonely.
right. So as the weather starts to cool, that anxiety starts to build of all of the events and holidays and parties you're not going to be invited
And that's
to.
exactly what they're talking about. Now, here in Florida, again, part of it has to do with, we don't deal with the weather aspect of it. So in other words, it doesn't sit in on us as quickly as it would maybe even just a couple states north of us. Into the Carolinas, maybe they're already experiencing temperatures that are, highs in the mid 60s, lows in the 40s or whatever.
That's cold.
Here in Florida, we don't experience anything like that. You're from Wisconsin, you experience real cold. Jack's from Jersey, he experiences real cold.
Yeah.
I've only lived up north once in my life. It was West Virginia, and I experienced real cold as well.
Oh, yeah.
But with that said, autumn is my favorite time of the year.
It is for me as well.
And they're saying here that one of the reasons that people experience autumn anxiety is because summer's over, and it indicates like that magical part of your life, summer, vacationing, hanging out with family, that's over, and you're going back into the kids are in school.
Well,
and then like you're saying, the schedule of kids going back to school and then facing the holidays and other things of that nature.
Interestingly enough, just the other day I was thinking of the lamentations of like Jack. Because, starting Friday, that's the start of the World Series.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's it.
That's it.
And then there's, then you have to wait for spring training.
Thanks, Deb.
So I would see that this autumn anxiety could even include the fact that your favorite season of your favorite sport.
That was a pretty sick burn.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Hey, I got an even worse one than that.
No, don't do it to him. He doesn't deserve it right now. he's fragile.
Kick him again.
No, it was just an interesting baseball stat that I saw today that just blew my mind.
Which was, you say that because it's crazy. I was going to talk about it a little bit later. You can say it now.
You want me to say it now?
Yeah, sure.
It was a headline in the Sentinel, but apparently for the first time since 1950, there will be no U.S.-born black players in the World Series.
Which is unbelievable. Did you hear that? So since 1950, this World Series will be the first time in 70 years or so
that there will not be,
no American-born African-American or black players in the World Series.
Wow.
Isn't that mind-blowing?
Yeah, wow.
I know. I when I first saw the headline, I was like, no, that can't be right.
Yeah.
Because I'm not familiar with the Phillies, but I've seen the Astros way too much.
And I was as guilty as that as ever. I'd see baseball players, and I'd be, they're black,
right?
But you never in a million years. They're either, they would be Puerto Rican, they'd be Dominican, and they have that skin color. They look African American, but they're not at all. Big Papi's one of them, right? Big Papi is like that, isn't he?
He's a Dominican.
He's a Dominican, but he looks like a black guy, right? And
probably because he's that just like the West Side Story had brought about, that was part of that Summer of Soul issue was there's that Black Caribbean identity,
right? Yeah,
there's that mix of being half Puerto Rican and half black, or half Dominican and half black, so. But yeah, no U.S.-born black players in this World Series, which just blew my mind when I read that.
That is unbelievable. What's the spread for the World Series? What are they looking? What are you going for?
Who cares?
Someone's going to be someone. I don't
know. Get out of here.
I'd want to go for Schwarber,
go Phillies.
But I don't want Harper. I can't stand Bryce Harper.
Really?
If that bitch flips his hair one more time, I swear to God.
Listen.
If he flips his hair one more, I can't stand him.
He does have that very
awesome,
precocious, childlike arrogance about it, because when he hit the dinger that sent him into the series, did you hear what he said afterwards? He goes, "Yeah, I did that." Like almost like that Urkel kind of thing. Like,
but it's the hair flip, dude. I can't take it anymore.
I got to root for the Phillies. It's the Astros. I hate.
I know, but you can't go for the Astros. They're cheaters.
Yeah.
Exactly. Even if it wasn't this team that did it, it's still hard to go for either one.
No, but you still have Bregman and Altuve there, and I'm betting money Altuve was wired for that game-winning home run, Game 7.
You mean the "Don't touch my jersey" guy?
Yes.
Don't touch my jersey.
Son of a bitch.
My chest is a little sensitive right now. Yeah. I just slid into home,
and they get away with it, and I love, and it's an ongoing debate on social media, and it was during this last ALCS. It's like, well, every team does it. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite one.
I will root for the Phillies just because of Schwarber.
Yeah, because he used to be a Cub.
He was a Cubby. He was a Cubby during the World Series. Yeah. He hit that dinger the other day.
Oh my God!
It just sucks that Bryce Harper. That if they win, it's going to be all about Bryce. About Bryce.
That homer. Oh, he was the MVP of this.
Yeah, I know. I just
that homer that Schwarber hit. Like the Game 4 or whatever, 3 or whatever. 484 feet, and it's so funny. I just laugh when I see heat balls hit like that because I've had a couple homers hit off me that big. Not that big, but I've had a couple guys hit them pretty big homers.
How does that feel?
I don't even turn around.
Yeah,
the one guy from this traveling team, I hung a curveball to this team from Kentucky, and they were all like AA players. Really, they were. It was like an American Legion team. Like 4 of the guys had beards, right? And I lop up one of my little 70-mile-an-hour curveballs up there, just breaking it off at his head. And that guy, I could literally see that guy smiling when I let it go. He just knew it was coming. He got back on his back foot, and our left field in Palatka was 325 or whatever. But what made it even more ominous, it was a berm. It wasn't a fence. So just imagine pushed up grass or a mound with grass over it, right? So you could legit run up on the berm and catch a fly ball. Well, behind that berm, there was about a 40-foot tall oak tree that guy hit that ball over. So I don't know what the math is. 320 to the tree. Tree's 40 feet tall. He hit it over it. I never even turned around. I just looked at my catcher and asked for another ball. That's what that Schwarber ball looked like. That guy, you don't even see it leave the frame. You see him swing and people yelling, and you just guess. They just show it landing. It just gets out of the frame so quick.
As soon as it gets back into the atmosphere, they can focus the camera back on it again.
All right, but going back to this autumn thing, this autumn anxiety. Somebody was texting in and saying there's a number of things that deal with that. And this guy was from Montana. He goes, in Montana, when it sets in, like golf season's over, and if you're a big golfer, you have to wait until the fall before you get out there. And really, to be honest with you, that's almost with any sport, really, except for hockey
or football.
Right? When even in Montana, you're not playing football in January in Montana.
But I'm thinking of growing up in Wisconsin, where you can still go see a game at Lambeau without the dome over you.
Yeah.
Just bring the hand warmers; you'll be fine.
What do they do for high school football up there?
Play.
They play out in that weather?
Well. What else are you going to do?
Wow, you get really kids are out there playing in 0-degree weather?
Because if you're not playing football, you're hockey.
Yeah.
I mean,
so.
up there, that's nothing, and it doesn't get as cold up there like it used to.
It's a different thing too, because when we traveled up to Canada,
one of the bright spots of global warming.
We traveled up to Canada. I was telling you guys before, where we went to Maine and then drove to Canada from Maine. That here. In Florida, it used to be every 6 miles was a golf course or a basketball court or whatever. Up there, it's hockey
rinks.
I mean, they're everywhere. You'd see a farm, and you're like, this is a beautiful, what is it? A farm with a hockey rink. Literally cows walking around it.
Yeah, like the high schools up north, the hockey team is as big as the football team.
And the other thing they're saying about this autumn anxiety thing is that the days get shorter.
Yep.
Now, I will tell you, the one thing about winter here that really kind of sucks is this. And I know a lot of people in our audience deal with this. Matter of fact, probably most of them, is leaving in dark and coming home when it's dark.
That's the one thing my mom will say every year when it starts to get cooler, is that I love that it's cooler and more refreshing outside, but I hate that I get up in the dark, get home from work in the dark.
Yeah, my wife, Tori leaves and it's like dusk because she leaves, a little after 7 or whatever. But, you get home at dark every night. So you leave in the dark and you get home in the dark. No daylight at your house except for weekends.
Yep.
I mean, that's a drag, dude. I mean, it's, you're right. For Floridians, getting cold weather, to trade that for cold weather, it's great for about maybe a month and a half.
Right, exactly.
And then after that, you're like, okay, turn the lights on. Let's go.
And it's like up north. I remember in the wintertime, deep in the winter, it would get dark by 5 and be freezing to death outside. And you'd feel like, 4 in the morning?
Oh, yeah. Well, when we sit here, we, obviously we're in a studio with windows and stuff, and we can look out, during the summer, it's like 8, we leave here and I can drive all the way home and have another half an hour at home of daylight here. I mean, now
the sun is set before 7 o'clock.
You got a week.
5:45.
Yeah, isn't it the 11th?
It's the 6th.
Oh, the 6th.
Is it really?
Sunday the 6th. So we have this week, and because I know getting up at 7, it's still dark where it was light. So it's been creeping up in the morning, but a week. So we have another week and a half until we turn clocks back.
Wow. In that bus, in the neighborhood, the bus is coming in the neighborhood. And I had to leave for an appointment the other morning relatively early. And, man, it's just, it is genuinely crazy to see
dangerous.
Kids sitting in the, I mean, it is dark. I mean, it is like nighttime dark out there. And they're out there in their hoodies waiting for the bus to come. It's nuts.
And there's no structure too. That's like the crazy thing. No bus,
no benches or anything.
No.
There's. I guess there's a.
And kids, they can all stand on the sidewalk in a safe spot away from the street. Nah, not gonna do
exactly.
that.
Come on, Jack.
Look, there was just a letter written on my neighborhood Facebook page saying, "Look, I don't know who it is, but the other morning I was coming by one of the bus stops, and a kid was laying in the street using the curb as a pillow on his phone, with his body extended into the lane."
Yeah.
And people are like, is there any way you could just tell your kid maybe not to do that, as to not die?
I think kids, never having driven, they assume how they see cars with their lights on, the car can see them.
Right.
At that same level.
Yeah.
And it's
But
just
they don't
not the
understand
case.
I'm on my phone looking for a good song.
Absolutely. If not texting someone back.
Right, I'm not doing that. All right, 407 916
Your officer,
1041.
clearly you don't know who I am.
Right. It couldn't.
There's no way I could have been texting somebody.
It couldn't be me, and I got witnesses.
Everyone who's ever texted.
Yeah, could you call witness number 455, Mr. Colbert? Sure can.
I'm still waiting to know if he's going to play poker.
Did he return your text? He did not. Next. Oh, I pissed off Chris DeMarco bad last year because I forgot to text him back regarding me playing in his golf tournament up in Heathrow they do every November. As a matter of fact, it's coming up pretty soon.
Oh, this is a double win for a name drop. Not only does he drop a big PGA name, but then it's how he had the upper hand by not texting him back.
No. He did.
Because that upper hand has disappeared.
He deserved
please continue.
He deserved to be so pissed off at me. I showed up at the tournament. I show up there, and I walk up, and I go, he goes, hey, what's up? And I said, I'm here to play. He goes, you never return my text. I'm like, are you kidding? And I looked at my phone, and he was standing there, and I never returned his text to let him know I was coming to play. And they got me out there anyway, but it was such a douchebag move.
How does this keep happening to you?
It's because I'm
going to give you a rare compliment. You seem like a pretty smart and intelligent guy.
That was, I guess I should just take that.
Hey, Jimmy.
How does this happen to you?
The key word there is seem.
Did you know that I worked at Arby's?
It's a late-minute ad. Seem was a late-minute ad.
That was a bad one. That day was bad. He was genuinely pissed off. And
Is he really?
He's mad as you can get another golfer. He was upset because it's a big thing to plan.
Right.
And by not planning, and I'm one of the celebrities they call to play because I know how to play. So, what they do is an auction thing. So your name goes up on the board with all these other big-time athletes, Nancy Lopez.
Oh, there we go. Come on, Tim.
Hey, keep going.
Tim Wakefield.
Give us two more.
Johnny Damon. Just
one more.
These hacks, Jerry Cooney, just all these hacks that Nick Anderson, Dr. J.
Oh, there you go.
Either way, look, it's just a bunch of guys getting around playing some golf, smoking a couple cigars, right? But what they do is they auction off the celebrity players, and what happens is the people who want to win the tournament want good players. Well, just because you're a celebrity doesn't make you a good player.
Right.
I know how to play, so I go relatively high on the list. Believe it or not, I go higher than some of the big-time athletes because people want a good player, right? And to be honest with you, this is great. And to be honest with you,
yes.
Please be honest with us, Jim.
Yes.
It has
when you
nothing-
rolled over and you looked at Mr. DeMarco in the eye, did you say, "Chris, dude, I said I was sorry."
I did. I told him, and it was so embarrassing.
I bet.
But the thing is, because they have to set up the drawing and everything, and my name wasn't on the drawing board to be able to bid because you bid to have me play with you. And a lot of people are fans of the show. They just want to hang out. God damn it. You sons of bitches. I hate Ross, and he's not here.
We have to write in Jim's name.
Oh, yeah.
C-O-L. Just,
It's capital C.
I know one player, and you guys are ragging my nuts.
One player.
I know
Did you just rattle off a bunch of them that you're besties with?
I'm not best. I see him twice a year.
The one that you forgot to text back.
Exactly.
He did ask me to come stay with him in this
Believe me.
condo in Denver. I'm just going to say he did ask me.
You know.
Oh, my God, Jimmy, you are insufferable. So, just finish. Did you go to the condo in Denver that he invited you to?
I mentioned that my daughter lived there, and he goes, "Hey, come over and hang out. If you ever come into town, you're welcome to drop by." That's all he said.
All right, let's go as a show and crash that place.
And the thing is I want to play golf, and pro golfers don't ever want to play golf. Like, that's the thing. Like, my buddy, he comes down from Tennessee. He's been playing his whole life. And I said, "Hey, man, you come in town?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm not playing golf." Don't even ask. I'm not playing golf. I'm like, come on. He wants to go play pool or something. You're going to throw darts.
You sound like Ross's mom.
All right, 407-916. Come on.
Let's go get a quick 6 in.
I want to play. Let's go play. He's like, I have no interest in playing golf. I do it every day. I'm sick of it. All right, back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. We've got a front moving through this evening, and that could spark off a few showers before midnight, otherwise dry. The low tonight, 69. Tomorrow, the high, 86. There's a 20% chance for rain. That rain chance continues through early this weekend, but it's really hit or miss stuff. Otherwise, a dry Halloween ahead. Looks good with 80s continuing. No cool air in sight. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. Don't overpay for new blinds. Shop today and save big. Blindster.com.
Man, everything from the grocery store to the gas pump is costing more, and it is still going up. That includes the cost of glasses and contact lenses. Do not, however, let inflation keep you from getting better vision. Simply visit the Filatowski Eye Institute for Smile LASIK. That is the latest state-of-the-art LASIK technology, and it's basically changed my son's life and my father-in-law's life overnight. I cannot stress enough how unbelievable this surgery is and what it does for your lifestyle. Minimally invasive, fast recovery times, most people back to work or school the very next day. That's exactly what they experience. You can still qualify for 0% interest as well for 24 months. All you have to do, text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your appointment today. Again, it's easy. Text 1041 to 868686 and get on the path to better vision today.
Did you know at Jersey Mike's, when you get a sub Mike's Way, you're getting all the authentic toppings, onions, lettuce, tomatoes, oregano, and the juice. And did you know I, Danny DeVito, am a world-class opera singer?
While the first statement about Mike's Way at Jersey Mike's is true, we cannot confirm that Danny is actually singing Figaro, Figaro, Figaro.
Oh, yeah?
Figaro, 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 Figaro. Oops. Our sneaking suspicion that Danny was not singing opera but in fact playing a record has been confirmed. Knew it.
Ask for your sub Mike's Way. Jersey Mike's. A sub above.
This Halloween, Dunkin's ready for you to haunt harder. Sip the bone-chillingly bold peanut butter cup macchiato, savored with a frightfully enchanting spider donut. Or sink your fangs into the Dunk-O-Lantern donut with a blood orange Dunkin' refresher. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
I love mornings, which is a good thing since the Today Show starts early.
We're here to give you the best start. You get the news, learn something new, and even get a little boost.
We begin our day so you can take on yours.
Watch the Today Show every morning on NBC.
Life can be shattered in a moment. When that happens, you need a big law firm to fight for you. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Culver's could have only started in Wisconsin.
Hi, welcome to Culver's.
Just ask our team member, Sarah.
When you order a Culver's Butterburger, you're never just a customer. You're a guest in our home. See, where we come from, people do right by each other. It's why we cook each Butterburger to order just for you, right down to getting the perfect sear on the beef. That extra care may be a small town thing, but it's big time important to us.
Come on in and let us serve you with a smile that stretches from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious. To everyone who craves a rich and creamy hometown treat, let our team member Nevaeh tell you how we do it at Culver's.
Every scoop of Culver's fresh frozen custard is made in small batches throughout the day. Because where we come from, the little things make a big difference. Like bringing back a seasonal favorite. Our salted caramel pumpkin concrete mixer and pumpkin spice shake are back for a limited time. Handcrafted with farm fresh dairy and real pureed pumpkin just for you. So it's the best part of your day.
And we mean the best. From
Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
We could fly to such great heights.
With MSC Cruises, a world of discovery awaits. Set sail with free balcony upgrades to enjoy those ocean views. Free onboard credit to spend however you like. Plus kids sail free. Discover the Caribbean and the Bahamas, including Ocean Key, our private island marine reserve, Europe, and beyond. Only the sea offers you so much. Only MSC Cruises offers you so much more. To book, call your travel advisor or visit msccruises.com. Restrictions apply.
Rebuilding after a flood can be difficult, but if you have flood insurance, you don't have to go through it alone.
The National Flood Insurance Program can help you and your family recover by paying claims swiftly and fairly. If you've experienced flood damage, start rebuilding today by calling your insurance agent or company to file a claim. For more information about how to get your claim started, visit floodsmart.gov/claims. Brought to you by FEMA and its National Flood Insurance Program.
This Earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Facebook.
Hey, Jimmy, happy Wednesday, man. You make a really good point. I grew up in Florida myself. Lived for about 5 years down the Virgin Islands, and my wife and I just recently went on a cruise, so all of the above. Didn't even get off the cruise ship. Like, yeah, I seen a beach, I seen palm trees. I'll just stay here and gamble. Oh, shoot the gap. You guys have a great day. See ya.
I've done that before on a cruise ship. A couple of those places, I just don't get them off the boat. Just sit up there by the pool and hang out and drink. That's all we do. The only thing you can't do is gamble in ports.
Right.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks again for tuning in on this beautiful Wednesday. You heard the weather, guy. It's going to be beautiful for a while.
If you're in dock, the ship is in dock and everyone's on the excursion, the line is shorter on the flow rider.
Oh, yeah, dude. You can do all that noise. I'm telling you, we're going on this cruise in November. There is at least one port we're not getting off on. We're just going to stay on the boat, like Jack says. We'll just go up there and play and book the flow rider all day.
Well, because the other issue, too, is that you're probably not going to be the only ship that pulls up to port. So it's going to be like 6,000 people descend on these little beachside or Alaskan towns, and you fight with a bunch of people to do some shopping.
That happened to us in the Dominican. We get off this ship, and it is like after one of the hurricanes, Michael or one of them, I can't remember which one it was, and it was a mess over there. And they were running the shops with like generators. There was no AC
that was
and
after
everything.
Michael.
And you're right, man. It's just that little place is not built for 6,000 people in Crocs.
Yeah, all of a sudden, to descend, en masse.
God, the best pastry. Some of the best pastries I ever had in my life were on that island.
I believe that was the video that your wife had shot of you both applying sunscreen and dancing in the streets of Old San Juan.
That's exactly what it was. It was Puerto Rico. It wasn't Dominican. It was Puerto Rico, yeah. It was Old San Juan. Exactly right. And I remember we were driving around looking for somewhere to eat, and Michael had effed it up so bad that you look up at the power lines, and they look like a ball of yarn. They'd just been wadded all together. And I was like, oh, man,
yeah, that's not
that
safe.
is a quarter inch from starting a melting fire. I mean, it is going to be bad news. But one of the coolest cigar shops I'd ever been to, was there. It's just this, you could just feel how old it was, it was just great. It was actually a good time. Even with the power out, most of the places, it was still fun. And the people were very kind. Extremely grateful of every dollar that you spend, of course. 407-916-1041. Speaking of spending dollars, I saw this story last week. I pulled it. Have you guys seen the class action suit against Disney?
I saw a headline about it, but I didn't read deeply into it.
Yeah, the annual pass holders.
Yeah.
There's a couple annual pass holders because I guess the booking reservation programs, what they're saying is the Platinum and Platinum Plus features are supposed to allow you to book certain things, but they're claiming, I guess, that Disney blocks out some dates on the older passes, and they shouldn't do that. And they're doing that to cater to the single and 2-day or multi-day passes because they make more money off of them.
Right.
And, of course, Disney says it's all BS. They look forward to explaining themselves in court. But when you read the case and, read down what they're kind of explaining, I was like, I could see Disney doing that.
Right.
You can see a lot of the theme parks just maximizing their value. When you're basically shut down for a year and you're making $1.5 million a minute, you have to make that up somewhere. They're going to do it for sure.
And they do it, and the parks fill up, and then they raise the prices, and the parks fill up, and then they make these passes super expensive, and the parks still fill up, and it's like, why stop?
I remember seeing a story a couple weeks ago. It was finally the one story where you always wonder as a Central Floridian when people are going to stop because Disney's in our backyard. It's no big deal for us. Most of us have friends or family that can get us in free pretty much any time, right? That happens to Central Floridians. One of the perks of living here is getting access to the parks with friends and families.
I'd change most for some of them.
But and the other interesting thing though is that those locals, and we work with a couple of people who are uber Disney fans.
Yes.
And it turns out those are the fans that are kind of making things a little difficult for the parks.
That's exactly the case. Matter of fact, that's exactly what the lawsuit says. It says, these super fans, we try to cater to them as much as possible, but a lot of times, they feel that because they've spent so much time and money at the park that there's an entitlement issue there. And they think that but the plans are the plans,
right?
And and although they say in the context of the story they do their best to try to make everybody happy, of course it's virtually impossible, especially when you run a product of that nature.
And if you're a theme park company and you're looking at a family of 4 that wants to come and buy a 4-day park hopper ticket and stay at a hotel on property, you definitely want to cater to those folks more than you want to cater maybe to that local fan who's going to come and maybe pay for parking and a soda,
sure,
but isn't going to be laying out that same amount of cash.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're Central Florida and you understand, like, I don't know about you guys. I mean, I've sat around for years and waited to see when these increases in prices are actually going to affect the bottom line of Disney. And I have yet to see that.
Oh, yeah, same here.
And every single time they pop it up. Well, last week I saw a story and it finally has been, the story was finally people are starting to reconsider trips to Disney. They use Disney specifically. They didn't really mention Universal or SeaWorld, because the Disney has the young kid thing where you almost feel kind of obligated to do certain things like that.
And really, I might be wrong here, but doesn't Disney usually lead the way when it comes to raising prices?
Yeah.
It's like they do, and then the other parks like a week later, and then a week later.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like, okay, they just gave us cover. Let's do it.
Well, exactly.
And then it becomes expected.
Do you know why that's brilliant? Because almost nobody comes into town for one park.
Yeah.
So if you're coming into town, you're going to come into town and spend a couple days at Disney, then you're going to a couple days at Universal. Universal will be like, well, if they're hitting them for Disney, why wouldn't they pay it here? They're definitely going to pay it here.
And yet the difference, we've all lived here long enough to see the graduation of the theme parks, where it started off with having a park. And then it started off with having, well, not necessarily, because Magic Kingdom opened with parks and at least 3 hotels. And now you've moved up to every single one of the theme park companies having a theme park, hotel, water park.
Right.
So the goal is, once we get you on our property, we're going to try and going to keep you on our property for as long as we possibly can.
Absolutely. But this comic book universe thing has really changed the dynamic for both of these parks too, because I mean, before you'd go to Disney, you'd be happy staying there, but now with Star Wars and Harry Potter and all the other comic book character rides and stuff, those teenage kids, the little kids, they want to find something to do in both parks. But look, they can keep raising the price because somebody just texted in and said it perfectly. If you're going to the parks now and you can afford to go, this is the greatest time ever, because if they're less crowded, because the price is higher, you get a better experience. You get to ride more rides. You don't have to wait as long.
It's not as hot.
You get to experience more per day at the park.
Right.
Because, we know for a fact when the prices were low during the high season, you're waiting in line an hour and a half minimum at all those major rides. Well, you can't do that in one day. So, you're stretched out to a minimum of a 2-day visit to the parks.
Again, when I worked at Disney MGM, it was 2 months after it had opened, and they were not ready for the crush of people that wanted to go to that park, so much so that we were forced to open at 6 a.m. Do you know how much fun kids have on a theme park ride at 6 a.m.?
Yeah.
Not a lot, even if their parents are beating them in the back seat at the seat at the Great Movie Ride. It was, it makes it a miserable experience for everyone.
That's what happened to Volcano Bay. That thing should not have opened when it opened. It was not ready to open. We went out there and did a ride through, and we love Universal. Nothing, it is what it is. But they had set that date, but that park, they rushed that thing through to get it ready to go. And I remember that. I remember talking to the guys out there going, "Oh yeah, it is right. It is literally like they're putting that last coat of paint on as people are walking in the front door,
and blowing on it."
I remember riding that lazy river, and you'd look off to the side. There'd be like nuts and bolts where people had been working on a light the night before, just had to leave in the middle of the night, just left it there. I mean, I'm not joking. There were like pieces and parts in the lazy river when they opened that thing.
Ouch.
Oh, it only lasted a couple weeks or whatever. I mean, they got it all buttoned up pretty quick, but it just, they were going to open that park. It was going to happen.
Hey, unrelated, just posted on our blog at jimcolbertlive.com. It looks like this might be the week for closing the deal with Twitter and Elon Musk, because we have video on our blog at jimcolbertlive.com of him entering the headquarters carrying something unusual.
Well, oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there's interesting word there. They have 7,500 employees at Twitter, and he says he's cutting it back to 2,000 employees, cutting a gigantic portion of the workforce there. And, of course, they're meeting that with unhappy smiles.
Well, I mean, Yeah, he's kind of done a little Kanye stuff in recent weeks. Now, now he's not going to pay for Starlink in Ukraine.
Well,
he's being a little bit of a Putin apologist lately.
He reneged on that whole thing. He said, well, I guess I'll do it already, because he didn't expect that kind of heat when it got put out there, because I guess he got told by Zelensky's wife that to F off, his idea of, a peace negotiation between Ukraine and Russia was stupid and foolish. And I think he took that personally, like billionaires do. And that's when he was like, well, maybe I just won't provide Starlink for you guys over there. Which is one of the main reasons they're able to even stay in the thing, is that communications network. And then everybody's like, oh, really? You're going to get butt hurt and then shut down a war machine for a country fighting to stay sovereign? Is that what you're going to do? That's dumb.
We saw him do it over a bunch of kids trapped in a cave.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we do it now?
One of the many reasons I've never been all in on this guy. Matter of fact, not even a little bit in on this guy. He's just got a little bit of this sketch that I'm not a big fan of. Something about this guy I'm not a big fan of.
Oh, same here.
All right, 407-916-1041. Another keyword coming up for you right now. You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio.
Your shot at a little
Holiday magic
is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, contact Clausman Law at clausmanlaw.com.
Well, authorities have cleared this accident southbound 417 between Moss Park Road and Narcoossee Road, but it's left behind some stop-and-go volume. Heads up if you're traveling that way. We are seeing heavy volume still north on the Turnpike right near I-75. It's also heavy westbound on I-4 between World Drive and Osceola Polk Line Road, as well as eastbound near Central Florida Parkway. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Wawa Club Sandwiches. Wawa Clubs are the club of clubs. Try the Turkey BLT Club or the New Italian Club, because at Wawa, there's a club for everyone. Find yours today. Gotta have a Wawa.
FAS Windows and Doors. That's the company you need to check out when you're considering the upgrade in your home of replacing your windows or the doors, whether it's the front door, any door, side door, pool door. You name it, they have it at FAS Windows and Doors, and over 38 windows or so on display in their showroom where you can operate, see what they look like. I mean, when I first was thinking about getting windows, I thought they were all the same, but no, I was wrong. I used to have those single-pane aluminum frame windows, that construction grade that came with my house in the 70s. Man, my home is dramatically better with new windows from FAS Windows and Doors. More energy efficient, more curb appeal, more secure, thanks to FAS Windows and Doors. Their products come with a lifetime warranty. They have rebates on the windows and the doors going on right now, and you can get no money down, no interest, no payments for 12 months with financing for a limited time. You find them online at faswd.com.
On Season 4 of the Piketon Massacre podcast, the investigation into one of Ohio's worst crimes continues. Join the KT Studios team as they examine the forensics and the ties that bind the victims and the accused. What will the trials mean for Pike County?
Let's talk about the crime scenes.
Accused murderer George Wagner faces a judge and jury.
This is legitimately the biggest murder trial in the state of Ohio's history.
Listen to the Piketon Massacre on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Central Square Technology seeks a software developer test 2, job code JJ1006, to work in Lake Mary, Florida, or any unanticipated location throughout the United States. Collaborate with development team in the testing strategies and plans for customer software apps. Requires BS in CS, IS, CE, or a related field plus 2 years of experience in the job or performing similar duties in simple and complex test cases and suites. Mail resume to Paul Supernant, Central Square Technology, 1000 Business Center Drive, Lake Mary, Florida, 32746.
Do you want to learn how to build passive income through real estate and become a hands-off investor? Real estate investing doesn't always mean becoming a landlord or fixing and flipping homes. Join us November 1st, 2nd, 8th, or 10th and learn how simple real estate investing can be and how real estate might be a hedge against inflation and recession. Seating is limited, so register now. To register, go to orlandopassiveincome.com or call 1-800-670-2924. That's orlandopassiveincome.com or call 1-800-760-2924.
I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and this is my client, Will.
I saw a car accident. There was another incoming vehicle and hit me pretty good. This was in the middle of the night, and I was able to get a hold of someone. If you're injured on the go, just call Mo.
Prospective client may not obtain same or similar results.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
O'Reilly. Don't miss See Better, Drive Safer month at O'Reilly Auto Parts with great deals on wiper blades, headlight bulbs, and more. Right now, get up to a $20 gift card after a mail-in rebate with the purchase of select Sylvania bulbs. Plus, get double O Rewards points with your purchase. Prepare for the weather ahead during See Better, Drive Safer month at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South makes windows that are energy efficient and hurricane resistant. You get both. New South is the factory and eliminates the middleman. Don't even think of buying windows until you see what our factory can do for you.
Going on now. Save 35% off. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Don't get fooled by fake online offers that change immediately once you get there. AutoBuy guarantees you the max every time. In 20 minutes or less, you will have a no-hassle offer to buy your vehicle and get paid on the spot. That's why we are Google's #1 rated car buying company in the nation. We make it fast and easy to sell your car, truck, SUV, or boat. If it has wheels, we'll buy it. Steer clear of fake offers. Go to WePayTheMax.com. That's WePayTheMax.com.
I love mornings, which is a good thing since the Today Show starts early.
We're here to give you the best start. You get the news, learn something new, and even get a little boost.
We begin our day so you can take on yours.
Watch the Today Show every morning on NBC.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Divorce? Call Trinley and Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. WIN. W-I-N. WIN. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We appreciate it very much. If you're just now knocking off work, turn us up. We got you all the way to your driveway. Even when you get home, your smart speaker will take us inside for you as well. Don't miss 1 minute of the program.
Alexa,
looking.
play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Shaka. Shaka. We did just get a text about another traffic situation, guys. I just want to give you a heads up. It says Turnpike southbound by Kissimmee Park Road is at a standstill for about an hour now because of a rock spillage.
Oh,
I guess maybe
no.
a tractor trailer carrying rock or something fell over. I'm not 100. Yeah, seriously. And then Paul here wants to give me some advice. We'll do that here in 1 second for sure. Welcome back. Your keyword is win. That's your 5 o'clock keyword, W-I-N. Make sure you go to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000. And remember, if you're playing the game, you have to keep your phone near you. You can tell that's the truth because Jack yells at you during one of our spots promoting the game.
It's not yelling. I just want them to
Very
know
demanding.
I'm serious about it because I don't want our listeners to miss any opportunity to win money.
Very
so
forward.
if you're going to text or if you're going to enter the keyword on our website, keep your phone handy.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Because within an hour, they're going to call, and it'll say no caller ID, and don't look at the phone. Oh, I don't know who it is. I don't think I can answer. Answer the damn phone. If they
when Jack
wanna,
doesn't shave, he gets very aggro.
if they want to buy your house, you tell them you're not interested. If they want to extend a warranty on your car, you tell them to piss off.
There you go.
If they
I like
want
this.
to give you $1,000, you say, yes, please, thank you.
Invite them in.
Jeez.
That's right, Jack.
Louise.
I like this. I like this dark Bradshaw. Dark Shaw.
Dark Shaw. We covered that in yesterday's show title. Yeah, you're welcome.
All part of the dark chocolate universe.
And now we're just today back to just the Jim Colbert show up in the upper left-hand corner. We're going to have to wait till 2025 for Ross to get creative again.
407-916-1041. So Paul has some cruise tips for me. I'm going on a cruise in November. We're going on that Wonder of the Seas thing from Royal Caribbean. It's, I think, either the biggest or the second biggest, or something like that. It'll hold this title for about 6 months until the next one rolls out. But apparently, I think now, or when we go on, it's going to be the biggest one in the world, or one of them.
I like cruises. Cruises are fun.
You know what the funny thing is? Here's the thing I like about cruises. I remember hanging out with somebody who I bought one of my homes from, right? Baldwin Park. And I bought the condo.
One of your homes.
It wasn't
another flex.
I just lived in a bunch of houses.
I know.
I don't own all of them at once. My God.
Welcome to the Jimmy Flex Show.
So
Exactly.
I bought this condo or this townhouse in Baldwin. The neighbors who lived next to us, we just kind of started, as we were moving in, they're making polite conversation. Hi, older couple, probably in their early 60s or whatever, pretty well put together. Guy's jeans and a tucked in, shirt. The woman is, well dressed, well manicured, very nice. And we went to dinner with them. They invited us to go to dinner one night, and we're going to dinner, and we're talking. We're like, yeah, we're just making small talk because we know them from nothing. We're like, where are you from? Kentucky. And I said, oh, that's cool. What kind of business were you up in there? And like, oh yeah, we were in the mining business for a while, and blah 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 blah. I'm like, oh, that's good. So we're talking, and I'm like, you guys do vacations or anything? And they go, yeah, we go some places. About you guys? I go, oh yeah, we love cruising. It's great. And they looked at each other and then kind of ate a bite of food and then looked at us. I said, how about you guys? She goes, yeah, we like safaris. And I didn't realize this guy was worth like $50 million. He has a scholarship at the University of Kentucky in his name. And they looked at us when we told them cruising like we had said, oh, yeah, we like to go down the beach and fart in jean shorts. You might as well say, hey, we like going to Fun World and spending like $100.
Yeah.
We like to really get in there and have a good ass time. These people looked at us like we were absolutely, like we were cretins, absolute stowage. Like,
plebeians.
They're like, cruising, huh? Sounds fun. Being very, I was like, oh God, but I love it. Here's the thing. The one thing I love about going cruises is the first thing I do is put my phone in the safe.
Right.
And that is the greatest thing ever for me, to get the blank away from my cell phone for 7 days. Are you out of your mind? That is the greatest thing ever. And to know that nobody's going to expect anything from you for 7 days. Oh, God.
I spent that first day trying to decide, is the internet package worth it so I can have my phone on me?
God damn. That is the last thing I think. I think Tori wanted to get the internet package. I'm like, you can have it. I don't give a damn. I don't care about it. I don't want it at all.
Well, plus I've heard even if you get the internet package, it's still sketchy and it's still expensive.
All right. 407-91. It is expensive, by the way. It's like $50 a day or $30 a day or something.
You don't want to read that
For
email
dial-up?
that bad.
Yeah, I don't need that much work email.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember I went on a cruise. I was paid to go on a cruise to report for this band or whatever to promote it. And I tried to go and do posts because it was like you had to do 2 posts. Buddy, let me tell you, trying to make a Facebook post on cruise ship internet.
Right.
God, I was like, you guys bring me a pillow and something to eat, please. This is like...
It's going to take a while.
And I'm not joking. It took me like an hour and a half.
Wow.
And they wanted to charge me, too. They protect that internet online like it's gold.
I bet.
All right. Paul, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show.
Jim, long-time listener. Just wanted to say that I cruise a lot, and I hate when the ports are busy. And one of the things I learned is I always shop for all the cruises that are going where I'm going so I can look at what days they're going to be in port. And you can find out how many ships are actually going to be in port the day you're going to be in port. So you can decide which one's going to be your off day and which one's going to be your on day, because there's really not that many cruise ships that are going at the same exact time to the same places. And if you plan ahead, you can already plan, this day there's going to be 4 ships in port. I'm not getting off the boat.
Right.
Or this day my ship's the only one. I'm going to get off that day.
Well, thanks for your call, buddy. I appreciate that very much. That is a good idea. I know we're not. I think we're getting off in Haiti. They have a place called Labadee.
Labadee, yeah, with the zip line.
Yeah,
you're going to do the zip line?
I already did it. It's like the pterodactyl or something.
You're done? You did it once and no more?
It's expensive, man. It's like $100 or something.
Is it?
It is. It's fun though. But I just like to go. We just go get a lawn chair and just sit there and hammer beers. God, it's just so gross.
Because that's something you can't do on the
Yeah,
show.
it's so much fun. But I don't even think. I think we're getting off the boat like maybe twice in 7 days, and I'm perfectly cool with that. And you're right. And you said about the flow rider.
Yeah.
You think that? How many flow rider spots do you think are open? Let's say 4 months before your cruise.
Oh, they pre-fill them?
It's the first thing to book up on the cruise ship.
Yeah.
Is the flow rider spots.
Really?
The very first thing that books up. They tell you if you don't get in there in the first day or so and book you some time on the flow rider, you are not going to get on the flow rider.
What's that all filled up? Guess I'll do the rock climbing
Right,
wall.
yeah. Or they have a zip line now that goes over like the atrium and that thing. It's banana. There's an ice skating rink in it.
Yeah, I've been on one with an ice skating rink.
So,
it's kind of interesting.
Did you ever see the show? Like one of the shows?
Uh-huh.
I will tell you the one thing that cruise ships don't get credit for because they always get them. They get called cheesy, but they're onboard entertainment. I saw a version of Cats on a cruise ship that, can I tell you, was as good as other versions that I've seen. And I saw a
way to couch it.
I also saw an ice skating show there that was very good.
Yeah.
We sat there like, man, this is very entertaining. They're extremely talented people. And I guess that if you're an ice skater and you skated like through college or maybe even tried for the Olympics, I mean, what do you do with that skill when you're done other than teach ice skating, I guess? You work on a cruise ship, right?
I hope next week you're going to go see Hamilton of the Seas.
Okay. That'd be That would be a little ironic, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Actually, Hamilton starts tonight at the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts. I believe it runs for a couple of weeks. So, man, drphillipscenter.org. I'm going tomorrow night.
Are you really?
Taking my daughter. Last time they came to town, both of my daughters loved it. And at that time, the youngest daughter was the one who was most into it. So I took her at the time, and the other one was like, oh, I don't get to go? Okay, well, if it comes around again. And so it's coming around again. And so I'm going to take my other daughter tomorrow night.
I'm not one of these guys that sees something twice. I watched Top Gun twice because it's just who I watched it with.
Right.
Or actually 3 times, I believe. It's because I went to see it with different people each time. My kids once, and then my
Kathy Paget.
My in-laws. I believe we went one time with them. So, but other than that, once I see a show, I'm good with it.
So Hamilton is it's the second time, but I am taking my other daughter. But I've seen 3 shows twice, and they happen to be like 3 of my favorite shows ever there. And it was Wicked, Phantom of the Opera, and now Hamilton.
I've not seen Wicked or Phantom of the Opera.
Oh,
but I will tell you,
very good.
I'm telling you, man.
And Wicked, I just loved Wicked. Yeah, it was.
I haven't seen that one, but I will tell you, man, that Aladdin.
Oh, that's right.
Aladdin was
that damn flying magic carpet ride.
Aladdin was like a magic show.
Yeah.
It wasn't even real.
Yeah.
I was like, when they did that flying carpet thing,
yeah,
I was like, that is next level stuff there. And and remember, we found somebody that worked on that show, called us, and they're sworn to secrecy on how they pull that off. Amazing, man.
That is
all right,
cool.
407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031. Your 5 o'clock keyword is WIN, W-I-N. Go to realradio.fm and send it away for your shot at $1,000. Our buddy Scott Maxwell from the Orlando Sentinel is up next here on the Jim Colbert Show.
It's another winning Wednesday on our Instagram page. The clock is running. Today, you can win tickets to see Monster Jam happening October 29th at Camping World Stadium. Real Radio 104.1 on Instagram is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
We're still looking at stop traffic southbound on the Turnpike between US 441 and Kissimmee Park Road. It's heavy too northbound still, right near I-75. If you're heading out on I-4, eastbound busy still between State Road 536 and Central Florida Parkway, as well as westbound. We're solid between 417 and Osceola Polk Line Road. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. As the leaves change, leave the hiring to Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. And Indeed's interview tool lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from their website. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
wearenotthebanks.com, a direct mortgage lender. Mortgages made easy. And a big shout out to them for sponsoring our Twitter poll of the day. It's now up there at Jim Colbert Show on your Twitter device. Wearenotthebanks.com can help you secure funding for your home, your next home, your dream home, if you will. Or maybe you're in your dream home and you want to take advantage of some of the equity you built up over the years. Wearenotthebanks.com can help you with a refi to take out some of that equity. I did a refi with We Are Not the Banks a few years ago, and it was a great process. Quick, easy, got a great rate. Thanks to Brad Siebert and the team at wearenotthebanks.com. They deal with all types of buyers. Good credit, that's awesome. You're going to get a great rate. But even bumps in your credit, they can still work with you, and they have all different types of loans available. Jumbo loans of all sizes, VA loans, conventional loans, even no income documentation loans. So whatever your mortgage needs are, the website to check out is wearenotthebanks.com. NMLS ID number 1169, equal housing opportunity.
Car crash? Call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Pro painters, let's help you get to your next job sooner and save some money along the way. Get same-day and next-day delivery on top-rated Behr paints, stains, and primers delivered straight to your job site, only from the Home Depot. And with the help of our Behr Pro Paint specialists, you can rest easy knowing you're getting the best paint delivered to you on time at an everyday low price. Plus, pros earn discounts with the Pro Extra Paint Rewards program. Schedule your Behr paint delivery today. The Home Depot. How doers get more done.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Dreaming about your new kitchen but don't think it's affordable? At 5daycabinets.com, it only takes 5 minutes to find out. Simply log on to 5daycabinets.com and select our new quick quote option. Simply answer a couple questions, then upload some pictures of your existing kitchen, and that's all it takes. Now, with 5daycabinets.com, your new kitchen is more affordable than you might think. Yep, looks like it's time for your new kitchen from 5daycabinets.com. Mention Real Radio and receive 5% off your cabinet order now through August 31st.
What is quality? This is Greg Trzynski, and in a world where nearly everything is disposable, the Original Mattress Factory still builds our mattresses and box springs to last. While other companies have cut on quality, we still hand build our two-sided mattresses with the highest quality materials in our local factories. That's because we believe you deserve the best mattress to provide a great night's sleep for years to come. Visit an OMF location to experience the Original Mattress Factory difference for yourself. OriginalMattress.com.
I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we got Jose $210,000.
I had an accident where I was rear-ended. They tried to lowball me, and DeWitt, they stepped up and went after them and won. Injured on the go, just call Mo.
Prospective client may not obtain same or similar results.
You need more than fast internet. You need ultra-fast Xfinity internet that checks all the boxes. Ultra-fast internet that's strong enough to power a house full of devices? Check. Ultra-fast internet that's also reliable? Check. Whew. Ultra-fast internet with unlimited data included so you can do more of what you love online? With smarter network security? All starting at way less than you think? Check, check, check. That's internet that checks all the boxes. That's Xfinity. Get an amazing value on Xfinity Internet with unlimited data included. Switch for $55 a month for 12 months. There's no annual contract required, so it's risk-free. And there are no equipment fees. Plus, activate advanced security free with the X5 Gateway. Go online, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. New fast internet customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After 12 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
I love mornings, which is a good thing since the Today Show starts early.
Morning, welcome to Today.
Those first hours set the tone for the day ahead.
We're here to give you the best start. You get the news, learn something new, and even get a little boost.
You start the day off with a clean slate, and we hope you'll start it with us.
We begin our day so you can take on yours.
Because every day needs today.
Watch the Today Show weekday mornings at 7 on NBC.
This is Monster Jam,
The official Monster Truck Series. Witness the world's best drivers competing in your favorite Monster Jam trucks. Be part of the action.
Let's hear it. Make some noise.
Brought to you by Circle K and your local Ford dealers. Get your $5 savings coupon from participating Ford dealers. Restrictions may apply. See savings coupon for details. Coming to Camping World Stadium this Saturday. Visit monsterjam.com for event details.
Tired of the news about how everything is costing more?
Everything is stubbornly high.
Us too. That's why we made the iHeartRadio app absolutely free. When you download the free iHeartRadio app, you have the radio stations you love at your fingertips whenever you want, wherever you want. Along with millions of podcasts from the news you crave to the true crime series you can't resist. Playlists to fit any mood or activity. And here's the part you don't want to miss. It's all free. Download the free iHeartRadio app and discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Remember, your 5 o'clock keyword is WIN, W-I-N. All you have to do is mosey over to realradio.fm and send that away. It'll tell you how to do everything. Very, very easy. It's WIN. That is your 5 o'clock keyword. Good luck. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is as well.
Good evening.
Ross is at the space station. He'll be back... I think early 24 is when he's due to splash down. So we'll get back with Ross then. Every single Wednesday around this time, we do invite our good friend Scott Maxwell to drive by. He writes for the Orlando Sentinel Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. You can read his words, or you can just do it right there on Twitter at Scott_Maxwell. Mr. Maxwell, how are you?
I am doing great.
Oh,
I'm sorry Ross isn't here. I told Jack I enjoyed listening to your recap of the wedding on Monday's show. And you know how you say things, and I know you're kidding? Like when you were saying you were going to shake down the friends of his that didn't give him proper good gifts.
Yes.
I knew it was a joke. Still made me cringe.
Yeah.
Still made me cringe. Just thinking about the idea of it. Because like I've been with you enough. I can imagine that conversation.
A little horrifying.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
I think you do it. I think you would do it. That's the thing.
Yeah. I would do it. Look, here's the thing. I would not. Come on. I'm not that classless. I do go on cruises,
I mean,
though.
If he asked you to, I think you would. And that made me go, oh, no.
Oh, would I be?
Don't let that happen.
You're asking if I would be his strong man?
Yes.
Oh, 5 seconds.
Yes. That's a compliment. You'd have his back.
5 seconds.
Asked.
Here's how you do it. You do the old detective thing back in the day. You just walk up to where he's driving and you just tap on his window with your gun. Just tap, tap, tap. Hey, man, we didn't get your card. I don't. No. So what's
since out in Geneva, that gun is like a bazooka.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it's fine. I don't know. We did get a lot of messages saying that people who had worked in catering and other event centers had experienced that thing before where people were lifting cards because, I mean, it's almost always cash or gift cards or something.
That was fascinating to me. I had never heard that before. And to have those people tell you that it's just sort of routine and, oh, yeah, by the way, call back like it's a lost and found. That was nuts.
Yeah, but you got to remember, it's a wedding, too. So, it's not like you're getting a $25 gift card for your birthday. I mean,
right.
This is a wedding, and, you figure those gift cards could be in the hundreds, So for you to take a swipe and lift a couple cards and, maybe there's cash in there. Older people still give cash. Yeah,
it's kind of exciting if you think about it. You don't know what you're grabbing.
You don't.
I mean, it could be a Williams and Sonoma thing, Jam of the Month Club, but you might get $500.
Or you
solid.
scratch offs or lottery tickets, stuff like that. Oh man,
you're giving that for a wedding gift, a scratcher.
Yeah, because here's the thing: you can claim if they hit, that's what you plan to give anyway. Oh, you want 1,000?
You can win 10 grand and then give them 1,000. Say good news.
Yeah. So what's going on, buddy? We anything out there fun?
Well, I should tell you, just by way of disclosure, I need your advice on something. I am having lunch tomorrow with a big time radio executive, and I'm a little anxious. Like, I don't know what to wear to go to this thing.
Do I know this person?
Yeah. You do. You do know this person. He might even be one of the 4 boxes on our screen right now.
Really? You called him an executive, did you?
How about that?
I like that.
Isn't that what he is?
And he's worried about what to wear?
Where are you guys going?
Yeah,
Where are you guys going?
Jack chose sushi.
Oh, sushi?
Yeah.
Good for you, Jack. I'm getting some sushi tonight.
Cool.
Yeah, it was sushi or wings.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and you're worried about what to wear? God Almighty! And with a Bradshaw,
We just need to catch up. It's been a while.
Put it this way: we have a reservation.
Let me make this easy for you. Real Radio T-shirt, jeans, Skechers.
Free. Yeah, something that got donated.
Right, yeah, Skechers, and you're good.
Although this is my Halloween week, and I should be wearing my Halloween shirt. However, tomorrow night, as I mentioned, I'm going to Hamilton, so I might even have to dress it up a little for Maxwell because it'll carry over.
Oh, well, I'm coming from a little radio thing, so I mean a TV thing, so I'll have on some decent clothes as well. We'll look like quite the cute couple in Castle.
What are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing on TV tomorrow?
Oh, it's WUCF has a public affairs program, and once a year or so I'll go chat about what's going on in the world, which is what I sort of write about.
Right, yeah, for sure.
What's the topic for you for air?
The elections. They sent over some questions, and I'm not going to be doing them real justice or be completely fair in the synopsis, but it's like 8 different versions of Democrats can't really win anything, can they?
Yeah.
that's like there's one that's like Val Demings has some concerns about this. Another one is, do Democrats have any hope with Charlie Crist? Yeah, I mean, there's more to it than that, but there's a lot of that.
Did you say no across the board? It's gonna be a bloodbath.
But that's the challenge. So, you have to fill a bit of a time there. So how do you say no?
We just say no.
No, really slowly.
So along those lines, one of the things I'm going to mention, I saw a survey. A poll out of the University of North Florida today, maybe it was yesterday, I don't remember. Anyway, they said that they did a survey and 1 out of every 3 likely voters, so this isn't just average schmoes, these are people who vote in the elections, do not believe Joe Biden won the election. So to put that's a pretty stark number, but to put that in terms of why I beat on the Democrats all the time. I pick on them a lot for not being able to win an election. But if you look at this from a mathematical point, just take that number by itself. This is a game where you have to get to 50.1. And before you even start, the other side's got 33.3%.
You're 33% in the hole.
Yeah, that's remarkable.
They have spotted you in election.
That's right. That's right. I've often said they couldn't win a 100-yard dash with a 99-yard head start. I mean, I wasn't far off. They are way behind going into these things. I will say there is some enthusiasm that we haven't seen in a few years, partly because of abortion and partly because Ron DeSantis is such a polarizing figure. But you and I have both said, I don't know, going back 2 years, if I was a betting man, and I am, I would bet on DeSantis. It could be as much as 10 points. But everybody should vote. Democrats are telling me they're determined to shock the world. So
actually, Larry was telling me today, I think DeSantis is up in some polls by 11 points, 10 by a couple, and I guess Val is also behind Rubio by some pretty substantial percentages as well, seemingly kind of, depending on whether or not you have turnout, a surprise turnout, seemingly kind of unsurmountable leads.
Yeah, Val does seem to be doing better, and that does not surprise me. In fact, I think there's an outside chance for her, still not betting on her, but an outside chance for her. And the main reason for that is because Rubio is really a man without a base. You have to remember, even the Republicans did not like Rubio. Rubio lost Florida by a hearty amount to Donald Trump in that presidential election, and he was known to Little Marco. He got into a war of words about genitalia size and all sorts of other stupid stuff with him. He's never been beloved by the base, but in this state, I don't think you have to be beloved. I think you just have to have an R next.
You don't, and I guess one of the stories coming out earlier this week is the Hispanic vote in Florida is starting to flip, and they see large percentages of the Hispanic audience voting Republican this year, and they were leaning. I mean, for many, many years, they depended on what? Well,
Cubans.
It's Cubans. I was going to say
Cubans.
But this is the Hispanic vote. I understand the Cuban contingency in Miami has always been relatively red, but that's not always the case with all the Hispanics,
right,
which they see flipping in larger numbers than they thought before, making some progress there they hadn't seen before.
It is Cuban. It is mostly with Cubans and I think Venezuelans. And part of that is because the Republican Party has been very effective, and I would say unfair, in brandishing anybody who runs with a D next to their name as a socialist. In fact, I'm probably going to write something about the ads. It's kind of funny if you watch any TV. every single Democrat who's running is branded as a radical, extremist, socialist.
Yeah, Democrat.
I mean, and some of these people, one of these guys is like a vice president of a bank. Another is I think a housewife from up in Maitland. I mean, they're just regular people, but for the most part, nobody is portrayed as anything other than a radical lefty.
And they want to turn your boys into girls.
A lot of them want to turn your boys into girls, apparently. They've all, by the way, not a one of them that I'm aware of has ever done that with their own children, but apparently they do want to do it with yours.
There's some heat coming down out there in that area where I am in Geneva because of the development. They want to get out there. Jay Zimbauer and Katrina Shaddix, I guess, the name. They're going at it out there. There's an interesting thing, a dynamic happening out there because in the areas that were just flood-ridden, Geneva and eastern Sanford and parts of Oviedo had really been bucking development out there for many, many years. One of the reasons out there is they have zoned all that A5 or A10, which means 5 or 10 acre plots, nothing else. And they wanted it that way for many, many years because if you even dropped it down to an acre, that would allow developers to come in and start making bids on large swaths of property that have been owned out there by 4 or 5 families for forever. And those families now are starting to show some cracks from what I understand and looking at offers. Of course, they want the state to buy that property and make it part of the preserve out there, the little econ. But of course, there are developers out there and they want that property because it's beautiful, and there are very few places to live in Central Florida anymore that are affordable, that are gorgeous. You can't go in Windermere and find that beautiful oak, those oak-lined roads and all those beautiful areas. Everything's so expensive. You can build out there and still have it approachable. And even though if you look at the increase in property value just in Oviedo over the last 5 years, it's been incredible. And that's what they want in Geneva. But the problem out there is people moved out there for a reason, and they're fighting it tooth and nail. And those developers
They do. In fact, it's the third rail in Seminole County, which I find to be a fascinating place because when I came here 25 years ago, it was solid red. It has morphed over the years. In fact, the most landmark change was in the election 2 years ago when Seminole County actually voted for Joe Biden over Donald Trump by just a little bit. But the third rail, to your point, in Seminole County is development. It doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or a Republican. If you don't vow to protect the rural boundary, if you don't vow to keep out developers where it's unwanted, you're going to get your ass kicked out of office. And it's going to be interesting because one of the races that most legislative races we're going to be watching more than any other is Seminole County. It's that race between Jason Brodeur and Joy Goff Marcel, who's a former Maitland City Council member. Right. Jason Brodeur, he's best buds with Chris Dorworth, the developer out there in River Cross. He voted to help one of the River Cross developments, though then I think flipped his vote and claimed he misvoted or didn't understand it. That stuff doesn't play in Seminole County. Traditionally, people have had no patience for people who mess around with their development. So it'll be interesting to see how that works.
It is. The fight they had to get that extension of 46 to go through there. Remember, they had to raise that entire highway up so that area out there and the Wekiva River basin, that preserve out there, could stay pure. They did their best to keep that. So that's the same thing they want on the other side of I-4 over in the Sanford area. They want to make sure they do that. And see, the problem is the water source out there is called the Geneva Bubble, right? It's a big plume of aquifer water that we use for water. And what they're saying is this 200 or 300 home development is going to make a massive draw. It's going to increase the infrastructure issues that are already starting to kind of really rear their ugly head because they're all 2-lane roads out there. You just simply can't support another 1,000 people in an area that's barely built for what they have out there now. And I think Geneva has a total of 5,500 people, 6,000 people as it is.
And one of the reasons I have stayed writing about local issues, other than the fact that I'm probably not good enough to write about national ones, is I really like that people pay attention to local issues like this. They care about the environment. They care about the development. They care about the schools in their neighborhood. I find voters act a lot smarter when they're not voting based strictly on partisan lines. And that's why I'm generally a fan of having nonpartisan elections. I think it forces voters to think, and I'm a big fan of that.
It's funny because a lot of the hardcore Reds out there, and when you look at that, it really is. You would think that it would take something more to separate you from your party vote, but I will tell you, those people in Seminole County out there where I am, they are super pissed off about the idea of this even coming in their way. And you could see where this would divide some people up and have them vote across party lines for people who are willing to put it on the line to protect that that way of life out there.
Absolutely. In fact, the Sentinel had an editorial. We have this weird thing where we have always endorsed pretty evenly Republicans and Democrats. And I don't know if you saw in the Sunday paper where the editorial board basically just sort of came clean and said, hey, we have done about an even number through the years. Some years we've done more Republicans than Democrats. This year, it's almost all Democrats, and it's large, in those partisan elections, which was my point here. In these partisan elections, because the ed boards talked about things they care about, like gun safety, abortion rights, and also just not buying into the lie. And if somebody's going to say, hey, I don't believe the president won the election, the ed board's going to have a tough time voting, supporting those folks. The reason I mention this, on the local level, there's still tons of Republicans. In fact, I don't think there's a Republican in office at the Sentinel in Seminole County that the Sentinel hasn't endorsed at some point in time, because there are a lot of these good local conservative people who care about the issues that I think all people care about. That once you take Joe Biden and Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis and Charlie Crist out of it, everybody has the same desire. They want their kids to get educated. They want to have clean water. They don't want maybe an 18-wheeler barreling down their highway when they moved on a 10-acre plot of land.
Right, yeah. You don't want to pull out on your road and realize there's a mile and a half of traffic on the 2-lane road because they okayed an area they said they would never. By the way, this has already been zoned A10 or A5, and they bucked that. They tried to get it rezoned, which is a big no-no. But that land is it was privately owned for many, many years. But apparently, the idea of the state buying it is something they're pitching here soon. It's just hard to keep up with it all. I'm part of
it.
the.
If you want to get bigger picture on development, and we could do a whole segment on this. I mean, we need to have more upwards development in urban areas than sprawl outwards. Sprawl is expensive. Sprawl means you build more schools where they aren't always needed, more post office, more fire stations. You want to go up, but when you talk about up, then all of a sudden you have people in College Park going, I don't think I want 10 stories.
Yeah, right.
Too far. And I'm sort of the opinion that, no one's ever going to be happy. We live in an area, you know where we are. There's retail around and people complain about, there's not going to be enough parking. That's the trade-off you make when you live in a place like this. And you made a decision. You made a decision that you didn't want to make that trade-off.
Yeah.
But if you're going to live here, that's part of living in an urban, it's part of in a society, and we have to infill this development.
Yeah, 100%. And, and the other thing, too, is like that sketchy stuff that happened out there in Lake County with that Wekiva, that extension there, when they were getting that dirt from those areas and left those gigantic holes they were going to fill up with water or do blueberry farms. Remember, they're going to do fish farms or blueberry farms. They're selling that same S out there in Geneva. This guy's saying he's going to build a water ski resort or something out there. And good and well, it's never going to happen.
Right.
Never, ever going to happen out there. It's just the biggest joke ever. And, I don't know, man. It's just, it really does solidify the idea of voting matters and who you vote for matters. They do make those decisions. And as you start to kind of filter through the state level, county level, down to your city level, and you see how hard some of the people work at the city level to make sure that people do what they say they're going to do, it's pretty enlightening. I'm going to be honest with you. It's inspiring.
If you complain about what's going on, and then you walk into a voting booth and blindly vote for the same person who's been in office that caused some of the problems, then you're a fool. Yeah. There are some incumbents that are doing good jobs, but I find at the local level, people pay a lot more attention. They know who's responsible for that Walmart being put in where a pasture used to be right down here.
I made a statement last week. I'll say it again. I will not vote for one Republican that says the election was stolen. I don't care. I don't even care if I agree with you.
Well, you're going to be in a pinch because I do not believe there is a Republican running for Congress in Central Florida who made it through the primary. When we did that first AARP, I moderated a forum for them. We had, I think, 26 candidates. There were 2 who said they believed that the election was legitimate, and neither one of them made it through the primary.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you, that's how I'm rolling, because I just can't. I can't deal with it. I just will not feed. I will not feed that machine anymore. I will not do it. And if that means I have to end my party affiliation and go independent and vote only in those races, that's exactly what I do. Then I'm not doing it.
Come on over to the no party, Jim.
Yeah.
That's why. Now, I will tell you,
the unaffiliated
it sucks on primary day when you only get to vote on a couple of municipal judges and a local constitutional referendums. But NPA, I think that's where it's at.
The only way to go.
What's the status of the voter guide with the Orlando Sentinel? I don't go through any elections since I moved here without checking through the paper and see the not necessarily always following the guidelines, but getting the information. It's such a great source. But I know they kind of release more and more as we get closer. So where we are with the voter guide.
I think everything is out. I think this Sunday may have the printed voter guide. Do not hold me to that. But we have every race profiled on the website, and we have every endorsement on the website, and we have every video of, there must be, 200 candidates that we've gone through. And as I've said before, I'm at odds with my editorial board sometimes. They support the sales tax I do not here in Orange County. There's several times. But man, I think there's some value to seeing what those people say. So when we are done with this segment, I will go to Twitter and I will tweet all of those things: the voter, the summary of the races, the endorsements, and the interviews.
Scott_and Maxwell.
And Scott, will we be able to find help in whether and helping us decide these Florida Supreme Court justices, whether or not they should be retained?
Yes,
okay,
and we
good.
have took a rare stance of recommending a no vote on. I think it's 4 out of the 5. And it was because we had a really smart legal scholar go over all these things, and they said they just weren't siding with the Constitution.
I just wanted to know where to go to balance, to read, to find out what their records are.
Yep,
because
absolutely.
thank you guys for making that easy, because that's always part of the ballot, and they never give us the information on where to go to make an informed choice.
And to be honest with you, one of the many reasons you should have a subscription to the Sentinel to begin with.
Oh,
and,
without a doubt.
And once you get it, you also get the digital, so you can get it sent to you every day and have it digitally on your phone for re-access. You don't have to carry it around. It's on your laptop, whatever the case may be. That's what I do. I use it every single day of my life. It's dirt cheap. OrlandoSentinel.com.
There is one other way. If you have a neighbor who gets the paper delivered, if you get out early enough, you take their paper, they can call and have another one delivered, and then you both have one.
Oh, wow.
I'm calling Dennis Lima on you. That's that. One last website for your folks that they can remember, and we have nothing to do with it, vote411.org. Remember that, vote411.org. It is a great site by the League of Women Voters, and why it is so great is you put in your address, and they give you every race that you are running for. That you will be asked to vote in. You click on it, it will give you answers and interviews with every single candidate from where they stand. By the way, if you see a candidate refuse to answer, I'm not voting for a candidate who doesn't say where they stand. But for the most part, all the way from judges to county commissioners to school board members, Congress, the legislature, vote411.org is a great site.
Awesome.
Thanks, Scott.
Yeah,
we appreciate
that was
it.
great.
Scott Maxwell, Scott_Maxwell on Twitter. He's going to put all that information up now. Follow him, and you can get it for free. Scott, thank you, and I'll see you next week.
Talk to you next week.
All right, buddy. 407-916-1041. Load them up. Trivia is next.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO moving.com.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Staples Stores.
The Magic visit the Cavaliers tonight looking for their first win of the campaign. Orlando slipped to 0-4 after losing to the Knicks Monday. Florida State's Matthew Cleveland was named to the Julius Erving Award watch list today. That trophy honors college basketball's best small forward. And the federal government's antitrust probe of pro golf is widening, with the USGA and Augusta National Golf Club under scrutiny with the PGA Tour. I'm Scott Davidson.
Staples has your workspace covered with all the furniture and organizational items you need. And now save 25% on all desks, storage and filing products, chair mats, lighting, decor, and desk accessories when you buy a chair. Explore solutions for your workspace at Staples, the working and learning store.
Man, if you live in Central Florida, you have to have an AC company that you trust and that you can lean on every single day. For me and for Ross and thousands of other Central Floridians, it is Mills Air without a question. Over 30 years of experience here in Central Florida. That is so important. Let them use that to keep you nice and cool and keep your AC running efficiently every single day. Their techs are awesome. They know all those brands inside and out. They can fix them for sure. And if you happen to need a new unit, they're Carrier factory authorized dealers, and that can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. Turn to the experts at Carrier, and certainly turn to the experts at Mills Air. They're family owned and operated and ready to help you today. 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy. MillsAir.com.
Did you know Jersey Mike's freshly grills hot subs right in front of you? It's a Jersey Mike's thing. And did you know I, Danny DeVito, am wearing a very cool shirt?
All statements about fresh grilling at Jersey Mike's are true. All statements about Mr. DeVito's shirt cannot be legally confirmed.
Nonsense. It's a great shirt.
Agree to disagree.
I want a second opinion.
The shirt is just okay.
Who are you?
A second opinion.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
I'm freaking out. It's October already. Hey, RC Hill here. This year's gone by so fast, it's scary. And I need to catch up, so I'm rolling out my most shocking deals yet. It's my Shocktober catch-up event. Right now, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car. If you owe $2,000, $4,000, or even $7,000 more than it's worth, I still want it. All new RCL Mitsubishis come with a lifetime limited warranty. Plus, my dealer next door process offers a relaxed, pressure-free experience. Are past credit problems keeping you up at night? Don't be scared. Our credit approval process is a treat. I believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car with lower rates and smaller payments. And I'll give you overpriced value for your trade. So dump that pumpkin that's haunting your driveway. But hurry, deals this good scare my accountant so it won't last long. I'm RC Hill, now bigger to serve you. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Or visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Requires bank approval. See dealer for details.
This is for the men who never settle. The ones who believe only quitters end a game and a tie. The type of guys who choose the bar with the biggest TVs to overcompensate for theirs at home. This is the Lodge mentality. This is Twin Peaks.
O'Reilly. Count on the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts to recommend the best products for your vehicle and budget. Get maximum cooling system performance for 10 years or 300,000 miles with peak long life universal pre-mixed antifreeze and coolant. Now just $3.99 after mail-in rebate. Limit supply. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Now through October 31st, Dunkin' Rewards members get a free breakfast sandwich with the purchase of any medium or larger beverage. Join Dunkin' Rewards today. America runs on Dunkin'.
Limit 1 per member. Cannot be combined with any other offers. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Excludes signature sandwiches and wraps. Terms apply.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. But not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Mattress Firm is here when you need us. As part of an ongoing commitment to our communities, we are working with the American Red Cross to contribute sleep solutions and financial aid to areas impacted by the storm. Additionally, we're offering you a special discount of an extra 25% off select mattresses and bedding that we hope will provide some comfort and a good night's rest. Our sleep experts are here to help make your search easier too. See us at your local Mattress Firm store or on mattressfirm.com today.
Rebuilding after a flood can be difficult, but if you have flood insurance, you don't have to go through it alone. The National Flood Insurance Program can help you and your family recover by paying claims swiftly and fairly. If you've experienced flood damage, start rebuilding today by calling your insurance agent or company to file a claim. For more information about how to get your claim started, visit floodsmart.gov/claims. Brought to you by FEMA and its National Flood Insurance Program.
Hamilton in Orlando at Dr. Phillips Center. For tickets, go to drphillipscenter.org.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Got a few minutes left for win. That would be your 5 o'clock keyword. Got about 5 on that. Go grab that cash, WIN. Go to realradio.fm and send it away for your shot at $1,000. We'll have another one at the top of the hour. Welcome back. I am Jim. Jack is here, and he's got the sauce jar.
Oh, let's do it because we have something cool in the sauce jar. It's something that you need really to kick off the holidays. And it's a pair of tickets to Trans-Siberian Orchestra,
Oh,
The
God.
Ghost of Christmas Eve. I haven't been in a few years. I want to go this year.
You should.
I think I'm going to go this year. It's the best of TSO and more. It happens Saturday, December 17th at the Amway Center. It's a lot of fun, and it's surprising. People think, oh, it's a Christmas show. It's a Christmas rock show. There's pyro. It's loud music, and it's a lot of fun. Tickets are available at Ticketmaster.com, but you can win a pair right now for JCS Trivia to see TSO, The Ghost of Christmas Eve. Back to you. Oh, and it's brought to you
And
by...
that is your sauce jar.
That is your sauce jar.
Brought to you by
Chugga Chugga Choo Choo.
Cento Family Moving and Storage. Hey, go local and support a family-owned and operated Orlando moving and storage company, but make sure you mention the Jim Colbert Show because that will get you a discount. So easy. Book them today at centomoving.com. That's CENTO moving.com. Missing our Chugga Chugga Choo Choo. Back to you, Jim.
I know, we missed it. It's bad news. Jack, who goes first today?
Oh, let's see. First is going to be Brandon.
Brandon right there on line 4. Brandon, how are you, friend?
I'm good, man. How are you guys?
Good. Want to play a little game with us, buddy?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Want to play a game?
Brandon, how old are you, friend?
I just turned 32.
Very nice. This
Wow.
actually may be right up your alley here. I don't know why I said that because the movie's a little bit older.
Good luck,
All right,
Brandon.
buddy. This is a very easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of them is a lie. If you can find it, off to the sauce jar you go. And TSO setting the stage for the holidays.
Yeah.
Here we go. On this day in 1984, the movie The Terminator was released. Here are 3 fun facts about The Terminator and one lie that will be back. Number 1. The movie studio executives wanted O.J. Simpson to play the Terminator. Number 2. There were 10 Terminators built for the movie. In 2003, one sold at auction for $97,000. Number 3. The idea for the Terminator came to director and writer James Cameron in a nightmare. And lastly, the famous line, "I'll be back," was originally written to say, "I'll come back." Which one of those is a lie?
Let's go with the Juice being casted to play Terminator.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true if you can believe it.
No way.
Yeah, actually, the way they wanted it is they wanted OJ to play the Terminator, and they wanted Schwarzenegger to play the guy that comes back to protect Sarah Connor, John Kreese, whatever his name was in the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how they wanted it. And actually, Schwarzenegger wanted to play that guy as well.
Really?
Yeah, but they switched it around.
Yeah, hello.
Scotty's up next.
Very good. Scotty, how you doing?
Outstanding. How are you guys?
Doing great, man. We're talking about the movie The Terminator. Tell me which one of these is a lie. Number 1, there were 10 Terminators built for the movie. In 2003, one sold at auction for $97,000. Number 2, the idea for the Terminator came to director and writer James Cameron in a nightmare. Or lastly, the famous line, "I'll be back," was originally written to say, "I'll come back."
Number 2.
No, that's absolutely true.
Oh.
The idea for the movie The Terminator came to writer and director James Cameron during a nightmare. His nightmare was a robot cut in half, pulling itself out of a fire to come and kill him,
Oh, lovely.
seemingly not able to be killed. He woke up in the middle of the night and scribbled that down as an idea and then pitched that to some writer friends of his that come up with an idea of 2 people battling over a time traveler for the whole thing.
So cool.
Yeah, very cool, actually.
Very
Well, I
cool.
mean, one of the greatest action sci-fi movies
Of
ever. I
all
mean,
time.
You just simply can't beat it.
It's
And-
timeless.
And number 2 is just as good.
It really is.
That may be 2 of the best back-to-back sequel, original, and sequel movies of all time.
Along with Alien.
Yeah, that's
You
another-
got it.
and it was
Alien and
Cameron.
Terminator, and that's Cameron, exactly.
Rocky, I don't know.
Well, Rocky.
Rocky 2.
They're just a little bit earlier. Those were the 70s.
Who's next?
Jay is up next.
Jay, how are you?
Good. How's it going, man?
Good, buddy. Got a 50-50 shot here winning some tickets to TSO. It's a good ticket, by the way. Here we go. We're talking about Terminator. Tell me which one of these is not true. Number 1, there were 10 Terminators built for the movie. In 2003, one sold at an auction for $97,000. Or lastly, the famous line, "I'll be back," was originally written to say, "I'll come back."
I'll go with number 1.
And you'll go to see TSO. You're a winner.
Hey!
Appreciate that.
All right, dog. I mean to get your heart rate above 60.
He must be a jogger.
Hey, you just lit that backwoods, man. Be cool.
Yeah, the famous line "I'll be back" was originally supposed to say "I'll come back." I'll come back.
So it really was. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
A few other things in the Terminator thing. I don't know how many of them really built. I just made that up. So a few other things. This is for you. You ready?
Yeah.
So who else was up to play Kyle Reese, the guy that comes from the future to protect Sarah Connor from the Terminator? Who else was up for that role? Sting.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Sting was.
Really?
If you look at
Sorry.
the guy who played the role,
He looks exactly like
they
him.
look a lot alike.
Oh, can you imagine?
The plot for Terminator 2 was actually used for the original Terminator. So the movie number 2, when you see Terminator 2,
right,
they wanted to make that as the first Terminator because he wanted the two Terminators to fight each other. You know what the problem was? In 1984, they couldn't do the CGI for the liquid metal guy.
Right.
So they had to make that one first and wait to make the second one with the liquid metal Terminator because they didn't have the technology to actually pull it off on film.
Wow, that's amazing.
Filming was delayed for 9 months. And the reason why? At the last minute, a studio optioned their action on Schwarzenegger to play Conan the Destroyer. So as the movie is just about to shoot, they spent a year prepping for it. And as it's about to shoot, I think 2 weeks beforehand, this other studio said, we want to opt to have Schwarzenegger play Conan the Destroyer, and he didn't have a way out of it. So he had to leave for 9 months to go shoot that movie and then come back and shoot Terminator. And Cameron says it actually was a blessing in disguise because they made rewrites that made the movie even that much better.
Wow.
And then, let's see, Edward Furlong, the guy who plays the son, was going through puberty at the time, so all of his voice parts had to be overdubbed because his voice was changing.
When it's time to change.
In the beginning of the movie, when they started filming, it was way higher than the other parts of the movie, so they had to go back and overdub it so it was all the same. And then lastly here, in the movie, how many lines does Arnold Schwarzenegger have? Total movie.
15.
16.
You should have gone the other way. 14.
Damn.
Whoa!
Damn, Jack. Give yourself a ding.
I can't believe it.
Give yourself a ding.
14 lines only in the entire movie, and he is, man, I'm telling you, I'm going to go back and watch that again. It is so freaking good.
Think about it. 14 lines, and they're probably some of the most quotable lines 40 years later.
I'll Be Back is one of the greatest movie lines of all time.
Oh, of course.
It is, however, a texter points out one of the greatest movies of all time.
Oh, yeah.
The best first and second movies, 1 and 2, Godfather 1 and 2.
Okay, I did clearly say action film, and I don't think Godfather's an action film.
There's action in there, buddy.
But that's a drama. Those are dramas.
Come on, Sonny at the toll booth. Come on, buddy. That was action.
I'm talking about Lethal Weapon 1 and 2, Die Hard 1 and 2, movies like that. Nothing's
like
even close.
AFI credited cinema. I get it. Yeah. We're good.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a second. Another keyword coming to you right now.
It's another winning Wednesday on our Instagram page. The clock is running. Today, you can win tickets to see Monster Jam happening October 29th at Camping World Stadium. Real Radio 104.1 on Instagram is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, contact Clausman Law at clausmanlaw.com.
Well, southbound travel on State Road 436 is blocked at Michigan from a serious crash. Avoid this area right now. We're still looking at pretty much stopped traffic south on the Turnpike between US 441 and Kissimmee Park Road. Heavy traffic continues north on the Turnpike right near I-75. Westbound I-4 stop and go between 417 and Osceola Polk Line Road. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I sell custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters that are easy to install at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are custom-made for your windows, and I guarantee they'll fit. Don't hire a pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Real Radio wants to provide you with a little holiday magic.
Holiday magic.
Holiday magic in the form of $1,000 13 times a day. Listen for the keyword to win $1,000 weekly from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do it on your phone or your computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer your phone from a number that you most likely will not recognize when they call back the winner, because that's how you get some
Holiday magic.
This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Add the hottest ticket to your family's wish list. Trans-Siberian Orchestra live in concert with 2 shows Saturday, December 17th at Amway Center. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Trans-Siberian Orchestra's The Ghost of Christmas Eve, the best of TSO, and more.
Can health insurance help make sure no family goes hungry? It can. At Florida Blue, we help make nutritious food available to all communities. What else can health insurance do? Find out at floridablue.com. Florida Blue, your local Blue Cross Blue Shield. Florida Blue is the trade name of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida, Inc.
13 days of Halloween, Devil's Night.
Do not leave your house. Do not answer the door. If you hear a bump in the night, do not go investigate.
Season 3 of the horror fiction podcast presented in immersive 3D audio.
Oh my God, he's gonna get left behind. He's gonna spend the night out here.
Starring Carter Rockwood.
Are you kidding me? You know what night it is?
And Clancy Brown.
There are things in the night that would love to get their bony hands on a boy like you.
Listen to 13 Days of Halloween on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I love mornings, which is a good thing since the Today Show starts early.
We're here to give you the best start. You get the news, learn something new, and even get a little boost.
We begin our day so you can take on yours.
Watch the Today Show every morning on NBC. Ram trucks are built to serve, and so is your local Florida Ram dealer, where right now we're offering $1,000 Florida Recovery Bonus Cash Allowance to owners of vehicles damaged by Hurricane Ian. Visit your local Ram dealer or go to ram.com and take advantage of $1,000 Florida Recovery Bonus Cash Allowance, now available on most 2022 Ram trucks. Excludes Ram 1500 TRX. Must present a copy of insurance claim form to be eligible and reside in specific counties impacted by the storm. Residency restrictions apply. Order or take retail delivery by 11/30/22.
This is Monster Jam!
Brought to you by BKT Tires and Morgan & Morgan. Visit MorganMonsterJam.com for your $20 ticket from Morgan & Morgan. See website for details. Coming to Camping World Stadium this Saturday.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at CentoMoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best.
You know International Diamond Center is the best place to buy diamonds and fine jewelry. But did you also know IDC will buy from you? Diamonds, heirloom jewelry, estate jewelry, Swiss watches, coins.
Don't be afraid to come in and get a price on something that maybe it's an heirloom that you want to sell, or you're just checking to see the price.
IDC owner Keith LeClaire has a vast network of collectors and buyers around the world, so IDC can always find a market for your jewelry.
We always pay a very strong price to buy. There's a resale market that's there, and we pay top dollar for top merchandise. We have people all over the world that we sell to. So some collectors are going to pay way more than any consumer's going to pay. We'll give you the best possible price, no games played, and you'll get the check or the cash, whatever one you want.
Let IDC appraise what's in your jewelry box. You might get a pleasant surprise.
Sometimes they come in, they have no idea what's there, and then all of a sudden they walk out with a $28,000 check.
International Diamond Center. Online at shopidc.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
If you're a pro that paints, the Home Depot is here to save you money. Paint stores try to convince you you're getting a good deal by offering deep discounts on paint, but what they don't tell you is the starting price is too high to begin with. The real question is, how much are you paying per gallon? Nobody beats the Home Depot's price per gallon on Behr paint, guaranteed. We offer everyday low prices on every gallon of top-rated Behr paint, stains, and primers. Plus, our pros earn discounts through our Pro Extra Paint Rewards program. That's the value of the Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only. See store for details.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitch.
Jim, my brother. Hey, man, you're speaking my language, bro. Disney Cruises, that's what we do, man. We got 14 under our belt. 3 last year alone. We got 2 this year so far. It was my wife's birthday, her anniversary at Disney, 28 years, our wedding anniversary, 28 years. So it's been a great month so far. And we look forward to coming up to Mount Dora too, Deb, and hanging out up there for the holiday season. So it's all good, man. It's been a good year so far.
Very good. A couple cruises makes it a good year for sure. We have friends that go so often, it's like they live on it.
Who you go with is important.
Well, no. Okay, hold on. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. Your 6 o'clock keyword is bank, BANK. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000. You're 100% right, but the rules you lay down beforehand are the most important. We're actually going with a couple that we know.
Like swapping rules?
No, we know and we adore. They're great. She's a maniac. He's an awesome guy. They're so much fun to be around. But we will tell them, and we actually already know, look, man, we ain't got to be around each other every day. Matter of fact, there may be long swaths of time you do not see us. Just because we're going together doesn't mean we're buddy-buddy and we have to do everything together.
We're on a break. We're on a timeout.
It's not on a timeout. It's just that, people, when you go with somebody, you're I think the common misconception is that,
everything has to be coordinated.
Hey, let's
together.
play bingo together. Let's do this together. That's the great thing about Code Black and his wife. We will go on trips to New Orleans and wake up in the morning like, hey, I'll see you guys this afternoon at 5. And they're like, all right, yeah, we'll see you there. And no feelings are hurt, nothing like that. We have our own things that we want to do. And then we come together and do stuff. Dinners usually will probably be with them.
And other couples would probably appreciate the break as well.
Sure. I'm guessing they would probably appreciate it often. Yes. Look, I want to break for myself.
Does your wife kind of sometimes pair up, will go with the other couple and then kind of separate from you for a little bit?
It's probably not a coincidence that the spa time was the first thing booked. Probably not a coincidence, Jack. It's probably by design.
I got a question for you. Are you doing the fancy restaurant? Because meals are included, but there's always you can do the fancy steakhouse.
So what happens?
You look like a fancy food guy.
So what happens in these cruise ships is you can buy a bunch of different packages, right? You can buy dining packages. You can buy drinking packages. Here's the thing about cruise ships. They're pretty keen. If you stay in a room with somebody, you cannot buy the drinking package without them. They also have to buy the drinking package if you're in the same room.
Oh, that's something they changed over the past few years.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Yeah.
And
took advantage of that one before.
Right. So we bought the dining package. We did not buy the drinking package this time because Tori doesn't really drink that much. So it would be stupid for us to spend all that money and have it be on me to have to ruin my liver for the cruise. So what we did was we bought the dining package, and on this particular cruise ship, they have a thing called the Central Park, which is the 8th level of the ship. Looks like it's a park. I mean, there's real trees, birds.
I'm familiar with it. These ships are so big. You are amazed when you're inside. It's like you're in this luxury hotel, and you just happen to be moving to different islands in the Caribbean.
And in this little Central Park area, on the sides of the park are the really nice restaurants.
Yeah.
So there's a modern American bistro kind of restaurant, a steak restaurant, a really high level sushi restaurant, a really nice Italian restaurant. And we got it last time. And what comes with the dining package, what a lot of people don't know is you get 40% off wine while you're dining. Well, that's all we did. We just bought bottles of wine. We were buying like really nice bottles of wine retail, like what you would pay less than what you would pay at a liquor store in the States. So we're drinking like, $50, $60, $70 bottles of wine like every other night because we were getting for basically half price. Oh, that was the greatest. And they keep it for you. So when you go to another restaurant, you just say, hey, look, go to my locker and bring out the bottle of Chardonnay, please. And they'll go to your locker and they'll bring out your Chardonnay if you didn't finish the night before.
Interesting.
Very cool. And another thing that you don't know on cruise ships is I don't care what restaurants you're in, you can request something from another restaurant and they'll get it for you. Like if you're at the steakhouse, but you love the dessert from the Italian spot, they'll go and get that dessert for you at the Italian spot.
So you could, follow your sushi up with some tiramisu.
Yeah, you could easily.
Okay. Nice.
Or a piece of cheesecake, which doesn't seem to fit. All right, 407-916-1041. Saw the story today. I thought it was very interesting on the BBC. And it says here, and I don't know if this is much of a secret now. I would think maybe if I would have brought this story up a couple years ago, maybe they'll say 2015. It would have been a considerably different thing. But they're saying now on dating apps that your political affiliation is becoming one of the most important things to share because the dating scene has been separated as much as other aspects of our country when it comes to Republican and Democrat.
I believe it.
Yeah, well, we've heard Ray Trendley speak before of actually seeing marriages actually fall apart because their politics no longer aligned.
Yeah, and basically, if you're a Republican, you automatically get thrown into you're automatically pro-Trump. Right, and which is something I despise because I've never been pro-Trump. I did vote for the idiot because I just vote party line, and it was the biggest mistake. What a douche. Either way, but with that said, you get these situations where you have people who won't even consider somebody else. Like they're saying that they're saying now, like in this article, it's super long. I can paraphrase. In the article, basically what they're saying is now people in their 30s, specifically women in their 30s, will go and research a date on Google, like try to find their LinkedIn or try to find any information about them, not because of what they drive, where they live, what their job is, or hobbies. It is political affiliation. If they don't pass that first speed bump, that first muster, they don't even consider anything else.
Well, they need to go to the Supervisor of Elections website because you can totally see what people are registered at.
Yeah. Obviously, you can go and register and see wherever. But, these people are like, this one lady said, I found what I thought was my dream guy. Great job. We had tons in common, had some wonderful online conversations. And right before our first date, I went on a website just to see what his affiliation was because we hadn't talked about politics. And she said she found out he was a Republican and she canceled the date immediately. Everything else she had in common, loved the conversations, loved everything about it, was really looking forward to meeting the guy and slammed the lid shut because the guy was a Republican. Never even gave him a shot.
I was going to say that I wouldn't agree with.
But the same thing is they talked to a 55-year-old woman who is a quote-unquote pro-Trump, pro-gun, pro-life, we all know that woman, right?
Yeah, her name is Karen.
And she said that she wouldn't even consider dating anybody, a liberal at all, any Democrat. I mean, liberal.
Yeah, they eat babies. Come on.
Right. It's a satanic pizza cabal.
Yeah, and turn your boys into girls.
Yeah.
But it was very interesting to read the story because you would think that would affect some parts of the relationships.
Not after 2016.
It's become a gigantic player, and they're saying in a large percentage of all of the dating that runs through their app, one of the number one, if not the number one question from person to person is, what is your political affiliation?
Well, a former aide for the Trump presidency created a conservative-only dating app. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, that's the right stuff or something?
Yep, the right stuff. So interesting ads on that.
Yeah, this guy, Daniel Huff, was a former Trump White House advisor, once went on a date, ordered cocktails, and then found himself alone because his date found out on the way there where he worked and no-showed.
Oh, see, you can still have manners.
And you're saying here that conservatives that live in liberal areas are having a really tough time. They're getting more discriminated against than anybody. I mean, imagine living in a city that, like Austin, Texas, or, somewhere like that, and you're a conservative and you're trying to find somebody to date, and Austin is, very liberal. It would be, and people, if you have that kind of guard up where you're like, I don't even consider. And we've seen people, famous couples, James Carville and what was his wife's name?
Not Marley. It's Mary, not Marley Matlin.
It's Mary Matlin or something like
Mary
that, isn't
Matlin,
it?
Yeah. There's the deaf actress,
right?
And
which is Marley Matlin.
Right.
Right. I get the two mixed up all the time.
He's a Democrat. He's a Democrat, and he was a
He's a Democrat strategist.
Yeah,
and she was a Republican strategist.
Absolutely.
But it was different time. It just
different times.
The toxicity from 2000. I mean, through the 90s. 92, I would say. In the Clinton administration with the healthcare backlash, it just seemed, and that Hillary calling it a vast right-wing conspiracy, it just seemed to get more toxic. The election of 2000 with the court case,
the deplorables comment,
you just keep going.
I'm engaged to a Republican.
Yeah, isn't that crazy, right?
No,
I mean,
not at all.
Oh, I think it's crazy.
Because he's a rhino.
Yeah.
See, the difference.
Rhinos.
Well, the difference now is figuring out like, are you maggot? Are you
a MAGA or are you just a regular Republican? Because
I like maggot. That works.
Yeah.
So one of the things that's interesting is today I read the story, and I think Liz Cheney was basically saying that this next election in 2024 is going to decide the future of the Republican Party. That it will either splinter in 2024 or it will come together. There will be two levels of Republicans. There will be guys like me who are moderates, or there will be guys that are not moderates. They're your Trump-loving, election-denying.
Right. The Lauren Boeberts of the world shouldn't be able to decide where the party platform goes.
But they are, and MGT is.
They are,
and MGT is the same way.
Of course.
Oh, it blows my mind at the level or lack of intellect of some of these people they keep voting for. But the thing that bothers me, the whole rhino thing, I think it's flip-flopped, or it should be.
Well, of course, that makes sense.
Yeah, because if you were calling Jimmy, I don't know, for lack of a better term, a Reagan Republican who, the people who kind of grew up through that age and that form of republicanism and identified with that is a Republican Party. Now, if the party veers off right, I don't think the people who were there from, should be the ones Republican in name only. It seems like the people who went far right might be the ones in name only.
And for me, that's been the frustration with the Republican Party is claim your party platform and kick these Looney Tunes out.
They won't do it, though, because unfortunately, because that moves the base. But what they don't understand is the math is not on their side. That is the big problem. Look, it's not like I just started paying attention to this yesterday. The math is not on your side. We've talked about this ad nauseum. The elections are decided by about, 7 to 10% of the voters. Everybody else is hardline right or left. They're going to vote party line one way or the other. If you don't take back what is yours and you allow people like your Boeberts and your Gosars and your guys like
Marjorie Taylor Greene,
and those guys come in and they have such a loud voice and they're trumpeted by the guy who is the de facto leader of the party.
Right.
I mean, you're not going to get rid of them until that de facto leader of the party doesn't have a voice anymore, which could be sooner than later. Who knows? All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Secured Roofing and Restoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mike, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Well, southbound travel on State Road 436 is blocked at Michigan from a serious crash. Avoid this area right now. We're still looking at pretty much stopped traffic south on the turnpike between US 441 and Kissimmee Park Road. Heavy traffic continues north on the turnpike right near I-75. Westbound I-4 stop and go between 417 and Osceola Polk Line Road. See traffic problems? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Paige Carrera.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples has your workspace covered with all the furniture and organizational items you need. And now save 25% on all desks, storage and filing products, chair mats, lighting, decor, and desk accessories when you buy a chair. Explore solutions for your workspace at Staples, the working and learning store.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Jersey Mike Subs. Be a sub above.
Start driving the truck that you deserve today. Visit nationstrucks.com and make no payments until February 2023 with approved credit and get $500 in free gas or diesel fuel with any truck purchase. Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Ram, and GMC. Find them all at Nations Trucks, the world's largest independent truck dealer.
I love mornings, which is a good thing since the Today Show starts early.
Morning, welcome to Today.
Those first hours set the tone for the day ahead.
We're here to give you the best start. You get the news, learn something new, and even get a little boost.
You start the day off with a clean slate, and we hope you'll start it with us.
We begin our day so you can take on yours.
Because every day needs today.
Watch The Today Show weekday mornings at 7 on NBC.
People often ask me, how much money do I have to pay you up front to be my personal lawyer? The answer is nothing. It's free unless we win. What about a slip and fall or car crash case? Free unless we win.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Sunnyside Home Services.
Hi, I was hoping you can help me with...
Yes.
Really?
We're all being helpful right now.
Even you?
Even me. It's times like these we all come together and pitch in for the common good.
Wow, I thought I was going to have to call Frank Gay.
You can call Frank Gay. They're good people.
You think so?
Yes, that goes for everyone who works in home services. Plumbers, electricians, HVAC techs. We're all out in the community doing our best to be part of the solution.
I just didn't think you'd be so...
Cooperative? Well, there's a time to joke around and there's a time to get to work. This is the latter.
Hurricane Ian affected us all, including those of us at Frank Gay. So we're in the field every day, working hard to help rebuild the communities we serve, because that's the Frank Gay way.
Thanks for your help.
I'm glad you're okay.
You too.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
After a storm, unlicensed contractors prey on homeowners. Always hire a contractor with a state-issued license. Verify if your contractor is state licensed at myfloridalicense.com.
Hi, this is Pete from Repipe Specialists. If the pipes in your home leak, the problem isn't just in those pipes. Usually it's a sign all the pipes are going bad from corrosion, and unfortunately, more water damage is coming. So let's do something about it. Call Repipe Specialists. We'll replace those bad pipes with high-quality new ones in just 1 to 2 days. Plus, call by this Saturday, and we'll include the wall patching for free. That's right, we'll include the wall patching for free, and if you call now, you'll also get 0 down, 0 interest financing for the first 18 months on approved credit. For 30 years, Repipe Specialists have been putting an end to leaking pipes and low water pressure. It's all we do. And we guarantee our work for life. Call Repipe Specialists at 407-449-8973 by Saturday, and we'll include your wall patching for free. Plus, get 0 interest financing, local and insured. Call 407-449-8973 or go to repipe.com to schedule a free home estimate today. That's 407-449-8973. Repipe.com. Repipe Specialists, making your repipe job fast, seamless, and simple. That's our specialty.
Sell your used or junk car today. 800-962 Cars. It's the quick and easy way. 800-962 Cars. You will get top dollar pay. 800-962 Cars. So sell your vehicle today. 800-962 Cars. If it doesn't run, we'll pick it up. 800-962 Cars. 962 Cars.
Hamilton is coming. Get tickets today for the Tony, Olivier, Grammy, and Pulitzer Prize winning musical. It's the story of America then, told by America now. In Orlando at Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts. Get tickets at drphillipscenter.org.
Tools Ace Hardware is growing with a brand new location in South Claremont. South Lake Ace Hardware is now open at 4425 South Highway 27 near the corner of Hartwood Marsh and Highway 27. And of course, they have the best brands and grills like Big Green Egg, Traeger, Weber, and now outdoor furniture from Pollywood. And you can join South Lake Ace Hardware at their grand opening celebration Saturday, November 5th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Enter to win prizes like a large Big Green Egg package or steel gas blower. Enjoy free food samples right off the grill, try out equipment from Steel, and take advantage of fantastic deals during our grand opening sale. It's toolsacehardware.com.
The podcast, The Bible in a Year with Jack Graham, is a moving and inspiring biblical audio experience that will help you master wisdom from the world's greatest book. In each episode, you'll learn to apply biblical principles to everyday life.
Each cinematic episode is a journey through the Bible's most profound stories that will strengthen your appreciation of the Word and inspire you to keep learning.
Listen to The Bible in a Year with Jack Graham on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Show returns now on Real Radio 1.
Says, you're against Trump, but you like trickle-down economics and a huge Pentagon budget. Yeah, I do love it. I don't know if you've noticed the environment around the world now. Yeah, I like that big, huge Pentagon budget, yes.
You mean Russia training its nuclear soldiers?
Oh, no, or...
Or Pyongyang?
Yeah. Or North Koreans firing missiles over Japan, let's see, or China, or. Yeah, just keep that Pentagon budget right up there. They're just fine with that.
And by the way...
Don't be a fool, by the way.
China and Taiwan is the next one that they're starting to say pay attention to.
Yeah, sure. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. I got a question for you guys.
Ooh,
like I really don't know this because I'm not in the game anymore. I don't really know. Jack and I were just talking a second ago. When is Halloween celebrated this week? Because it falls
Monday.
But I mean, is that when people are trick or treating, or is it like Saturday night or Friday night or something? Because usually, when it's like during the week like that, they don't trick or treat. Don't they have a special? Don't they do it like on Saturday or something?
They still trick or treat. It's always been proposed that people always say it should be the Saturday closest to the date, but really Saturday night around Halloween seems to be the big costume party night. That's sexy Halloween.
Exactly. That's the adult Halloween.
Saturday
Monday,
night, yeah.
oh yeah. And then Monday will still be for little kids trick-or-treating after school. Hey, I'm Nurse Debbie, and I'm here for candy.
Bryce Harper hair flip.
I can't do it as well as he can.
I'm Candy, and I'm here for candy.
Exactly. There you go. Damn it, I didn't go to enough strip clubs.
Are you going to, are you doing anything?
I don't.
I thought you and Chris were going to like a party or something.
No.
No, huh?
No.
You're not a Halloween party kind of girl?
Well, no, normally we do. We have some friends up in Green Cove Springs we would usually drive up to see.
Oh, my God, I haven't heard the name of that city in a while.
Yeah, they have a banging Halloween
really?
party every year, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Up in Green Cove?
Up in Green Cove.
Wow.
Yeah. And it encompasses several homes.
I haven't been to a Halloween party in so long. Because we did them professionally for a while. We hosted Halloween events for so long. So you're like, it was such a drag.
Right.
And you're working. So you don't get to enjoy yourself. You're working. So you can't party or get loose because you're trying to be cool and stuff. And we don't have plans to we haven't been invited to anything this year. I mean, do you know anybody having like a Halloween party this year?
I could have a costume poker game if you want.
No, I don't want to.
Strip poker game. Now there's fun.
I'm going to dress up like Frankenstein and sit in seat 8?
Yeah.
No.
And that's what I want. Jimmy at my strip poker game.
Right, yeah.
No, you do not want...
As Frankenstein.
You don't want me near that thing. Blow it out. So, yeah, they in our neighborhood, you have to like put in a request to have people come by. It's weird.
Really?
Yeah, you have to enter your name into a... Like, they do a scary mailbox thing because the only thing you can see in our neighborhood is people's mailboxes. So they do scary mailboxes. So you dress your mailbox up scary. And
that's just sad.
Well, and then you have to tell you basically you sign up on a list to let all the kids know, where candy is. Again, you can't see anybody's house.
Right, exactly.
So and I think a lot of people just sit out the end of their driveways. And the kids come by, and it's usually on golf carts. Again, they're 5-acre lots, so the houses are, a couple hundred yards apart.
Distance apart.
So, they'll get on their golf carts, and they'll come by and trick-or-treat. That seems cheap. I want you to work for it. I need you to walk some.
That sounds
Is that why you moved out of Baldwin? It was too easy for them to trick-or-treat?
How much? Did I tell you guys how much money I went through?
Oh, it was hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
$231 in candy gone in an hour and 40 minutes.
That's amazing.
We had bags just inside the door, almost like ammo. just
lined up, ready to go, pre-ripped.
Tori would be like, bag me. And, that came out weird. But, next thing you know, I'd have to go back and get candy, and there's a line. But I have to tell you, though, man, it is pretty magical because outside of Christmas, I think for kids between like under 10 to dress up like their favorite, character or whatever. I remember Halloween. I mean, I have as much good memory from my Halloweens as a kid as I do my Christmases.
Oh, yeah. I just loved, my favorite memory was when I lived in downtown Orlando in Delaney Park. And Halloween was so popular. You would have families with their golf carts with the tractor behind it, hay in there. Every family's wearing the same colored light-up necklace. It's just one golf cart with a load of kids after another. And what it did was it inspired, at least for me, and inspired me to really trick out my house, to really make it so that, and I would dress up in costume and, had special door ringers that would scare the kids.
That's what you're supposed to do.
It was fun.
You know what I don't understand? And I don't know if Jack did this or not. Oh, you know what? I think Jack did do this. I think I've seen some photos.
Oh, here we go.
The one thing that
Not those photos.
The last year the year we were at Baldwin, that we did the Halloween, the last year, I remember looking over at my wife and going, you know what's really cool? All the parents are dressing up with their kids.
Yeah.
Back in the day when my mom and dad would go out and do whatever, they would never dress up. It would just be the kids and then mom and dad walking behind us in their street clothes and stuff. Man, these parents today are like, it's a family theme thing.
Exactly.
And I just think that's the coolest thing. Now, for the older kids, when you get to be like 10 or 11, mom dressing up, not cool. You don't want mama around. But when you're like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old and your mom and dad dress up, I would tell every one of those parents, I'm like, you guys are awesome. This is exactly what you should be doing, is dressing up like your kids or whatever. And then we dressed up as well.
Did you, Jack?
1 year when we used to do an event I loved, it was Trick or Treat on Radio Street, when at the radio station they would decorate and you could bring your kids. And so my now 23-year-old, when she was 2, was Blue, and I was Steve from Blue's Clues.
Oh.
I'll post it tomorrow for Throwback Thursday.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. Mr. Salt, Mr. Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, those children's shows growing up. Oh, they were Big Comfy Couch. Did you get that one, Big Comfy Couch?
We didn't watch that one that much. A lot of Blue, and you know what's interesting? It depends on the age of your kids to know where you fell in those kids shows, as far as the parents like us being familiar with it. It was like, and I remember when my wife was pregnant with that 23-year-old, we were watching those first promos for a new show called SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's right, SpongeBob.
And somehow we were just excited that it was coming out at the same time our daughter should have been coming out. So it was like, look, we can get right on the beginning of this one. And I remember in the beginning, I was like, this show sucks.
Did you guys? Oh, no, it's brilliant.
And then,
oh my God, are you kidding?
Well, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute. This is pretty good. And then we've watched it.
I think I've had more laugh out loud moments with my kids watching SpongeBob than because we would just pull little things that they would say and say them during the day and like just say them to each other.
And not only that, there's always that little adult innuendo, that little soupçon of something for the adults that goes just enough above the kid's head.
I always thought that the best cartoons always had that adult line.
Well,
exactly.
Looney Tunes started that, right?
Yeah,
Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny, and those guys started that back in the 40s and 50s and 60s. That's what they were making hardcore political commentary.
Oh, all kinds of stuff.
Racial commentary.
And yet it still made the kids laugh, but once you got older, you could understand the innuendo.
You watch some of them. You watch some of that stuff from the 40s.
Oh.
And man, they went in on Asians. I mean, they went in.
I ordered it way back when. It was a VHS tape. This is 30, 40 years ago, of uncensored cartoons. And it was all those Looney Tunes stuff from the 40s during the war.
Oh, wow.
One was You're a Sap, Mr. Jap. And, and it would be making fun relentlessly about Japanese, Italians, and Germans.
Do you guys remember, even some of the television commercials we grew up with?
Oh.
Mr. Lee, how do you get your clothes so
It's
clean?
an ancient Chinese secret.
Ancient Chinese secret.
Was it Calgon?
Honey,
No.
we need more Calgon.
Was it Calgon?
It was Calgon.
Was it?
No, because Calgon
Take You
that
Away.
was Take
Well,
Me
that
Away.
was a different one.
It was Cheers. I think it was Cheers laundry detergent.
I don't know.
I think we need more Calgon. Pretty sure. I'm just saying.
I'm saying I thought it was
but
Calgon
I also know
Take Me
Calgon
Away.
Take Me Away that's a bath soap.
Yeah. That was a bad, like a soaking thing.
I think they had two different kinds of soaps then.
So did you? Okay, were your kids Barney kids, Jack?
One was I know we went through a Barney phase.
Were your kids Bear in the Big Blue House? Ooh,
Yeah,
how about that one?
was
That's a
on.
deep cut.
Yeah,
It is Calgon.
Yeah.
Ancient Chinese secret.
Yeah, the Bear in the Big Blue House, Big Comfy Couch. Oh man, those shows were so good. Barney, my kid, my daughter Aubrey, the one that's about to move to South Africa.
Right.
She was a Barney psycho. And we went to Universal and saw the live Barney show. Well, I don't know if you ever went. He would appear out of the floor like a concert, it was crazy. Shoot him out of the floor. There's
Mick
smoke.
Jagger?
Oh yeah, like a Jagger thing. When he landed and that smoke cleared, my daughter was shaking with excitement. She couldn't believe she was in the room with Barney. And I said, "That's a fat drunk in a suit." But they love those shows. I have more time with my guys just watching those children's shows from back in the day. And you know what else my kids used to watch with me? My kids used to watch cooking shows with me. There used to be a show called The French Chef.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The chef now mets the butter and sautés the shallot. The chef adds the cream. And that's how every
Sounds
one
like
of them.
SpongeBob.
It was exactly.
Yeah.
It was very low key, very everything.
Yeah.
But I think because of that steady cadence of
Right.
voice, they
Yes.
loved it.
Yeah.
They were like, the chef mixes, but not too fast. And they would they were enthralled, and they loved it. And none of them cook.
For my nephews, it's Yo Gabba Gabba.
Oh yeah.
When they were kids, it was Yo Gabba Gabba.
We did the Teletubbies thing.
Oh yeah,
was-
Teletubbies. We had that too. Oh God, that was
scary.
Yeah, it was a little eerie.
Yeah.
And then they got into what was the era of cartoons after that era was not, is it Rugrats? There was Rugrats, but there were a bunch of shows kind of like the Rugrats shows that started making the rounds for the kids. And my guys did not like those.
Yeah.
They didn't like them. They were a little edgy. They started getting a little edgy. What were some of the others?
Hey Arnold with
Arnold
with the football head.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did that.
All right, 407.
Get shirts so clean, Mr. Lee?
Ancient Chinese secret.
My husband, some hotshot. Here's his ancient Chinese secret. New improved Calgon. Calgon's 2 water softeners soften wash water so detergents clean better. In hardest water, Calgon helps detergents get laundry up to 30% cleaner.
Yeah. Here's what we do with Calgon.
Ancient Chinese secret, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah, you just blew his business. He was putting food on the table, lady.
The real ancient Chinese secret was deny them human rights and make them work until his clothes were clean. That's the real ancient Chinese secret. 40 lashings until I see the white of that shirt. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. By the way, you were right. It was Pine Sol. The Clorox products that were being recalled, but it's not the stereotypical OG Pine Sol, the pine one that we know.
Right.
I guess they have fancy Pine Sol now.
They do. They have a lot of different scents.
So out of Oakland, California, if you have any of the Clorox Pro Pine Sol all-purpose cleaners or Clorox Pro Pine Sol Lemon Fresh cleaners, got to throw those out because of the ones that have that deadly bacteria.
The one that it can be carried in the vapors of the product and get into your eyes.
That's right. It will.
I heard that
right.
was like, what?
So as you're spraying that aerosol onto your
Right.
counters, thinking you're getting them clean, you could be putting yourself in danger. So you have either of those products. 2 recalls on the show today.
Big ones, too. Dry shampoos.
Man.
That are, and some big names that women use. And then, these cleaners that are found in most American families' homes.
Now I'm watching all these old commercials from the 70s.
Oh.
The Indian crying because of the litter.
Yeah.
Oh, don't throw it out your window.
And you know the best part about that? He was Italian.
Yeah. Oh, was he?
Yeah, he wasn't even Native American.
Do you guys remember these? Bring Home the Bacon?
Oh, that's
I
Charlie.
can fry it up in a pan.
That's Charlie. That's, yeah.
Is it Charlie? Okay, so hold on now. Who?
No. Anjali.
Bring Home the Bacon.
Fry it up in a pan.
And never ever forget you're the man.
And never ever let you forget you're the man. Okay.
Anjali.
There you go.
Charlie
I'm too
was
young to remember.
No, yeah.
Charlie
was the other one.
Yeah.
And God, there's other. God, some of those commercials from the 70s were.
You know the commercials that worked that I would like to see more of. Sometimes you see them like with Flo and her family. Do you remember the Folgers commercial, waiting for the neighbors to get together, and when he came over to ask, did I get that product? It was
Taster's
Nescafe.
Choice.
Was it Taster's
I think it was
Choice?
Taster's Choice.
Oh, I'm
it was
so
the
young.
couple.
I just couldn't remember.
You've used that line already.
I'm gonna keep
Yeah, they
using
were
it.
apartment neighbors.
Yes.
And they would always come over, and everyone was like,
are they gonna do
They
it?
were shipping these people. It's like, oh, they got to get together.
And like every
Oh,
commercial,
they're going to do it. Oh, they're in the same apartment now. Oh, they're making the coffee.
They're doing it!
Was he?
Finally, payoff. I don't even drink the coffee.
So good. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Guys, you got about 20 minutes or so. The keyword bank is still live, B-A-N-K. Go to realradio.fm and send it away for your shot at $1,000. Load them up for last call. That's 407-916-1041. We'll do last call and get out of here on a Wednesday.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
You know who never gets any credit at all? The second responders.
The second responders are useless.
The second responders do really good work, and nobody ever talks about the second responders.
What makes them a second responder?
They're not first.
The news junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. Well, we've got some really stellar weather ahead. High temperatures in the mid-80s. Just a slight chance for rain. We've got a chance this evening as a weak front approaches, dies out as it moves into Florida. 20% chance at best. Tonight down to 69, tomorrow the high 86. A couple of showers continuing through early in the weekend, but don't cancel plans. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. Don't overpay for new blinds. Shop today and save big. Blindster.com.
Here's a top move for hiring a divorce attorney. See how they look and handle themselves on video or audio. Chances are that's them at their best, with editing, setup, and multiple takes. The courtroom is live. Mediation is live. Make sure your divorce lawyer is going to make you look good. At Trenley Kramer Law, we handle family law and divorce. TK Law, one firm for life.com.
There are some financial institutions who care more about helping you reach your goals. So they offer solutions and tools to make something that seems impossible become a reality. Fairwinds. Visit fairwinds.org.
I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we got Justin $100,000.
Well, I was in a motorcycle accident, unfortunately. You guys were able to get me set on my feet to where I don't have to worry as much about finances. Injured on the go, just call Mo.
Prospective client may not obtain same or similar results.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Here at Mattress Firm, we care deeply about our community. If you've been impacted by the storm and need to replace your bed or bedding due to water damage, we've got you covered. We're working with the American Red Cross to assist in providing financial aid and sleep essentials. Plus, we're offering you a special discount of an extra 25% off to use on select mattresses, protectors, bedding, and more. See one of our sleep experts at your local Mattress Firm store or visit mattressfirm.com.
Culver's could have only started in Wisconsin.
Hi, welcome to Culver's.
Just ask our team member, Sarah.
When you order a Culver's Butterburger, you're never just a customer. You're a guest in our home. See, where we come from, people do right by each other. It's why we cook each Butterburger to order just for you, right down to getting the perfect sear on the beef. That extra care may be a small town thing, but it's big time important to us.
Come on in and let us serve you with a smile that stretches from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious. To everyone who craves a rich and creamy hometown treat, let our team member Nevaeh tell you how we do it at Culver's.
Every scoop of Culver's fresh frozen custard is made in small batches throughout the day. Because where we come from, the little things make a big difference. Like bringing back a seasonal favorite. Our salted caramel pumpkin concrete mixer and pumpkin spice shake are back for a limited time. Handcrafted with farm fresh dairy and real pureed pumpkin just for you. So it's the best part of your day.
And we mean the best.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
We could fly to such great heights.
With MSC Cruises, a world of discovery awaits. Set sail with free balcony upgrades to enjoy those ocean views. Free onboard credit to spend however you like. Plus, kids sail free. Discover the Caribbean and the Bahamas, including Ocean Key, our private island marine reserve, Europe, and beyond. Only the sea offers you so much. Only MSC Cruises offers you so much more. To book, call your travel advisor or visit msccruises.com. Restrictions apply.
Sunnyside Home Services.
Hi, I was hoping you can help me with...
Yes.
Really?
We're all being helpful right now.
Even you?
Even me. It's times like these we all come together and pitch in for the common good.
Wow, I thought I was going to have to call Frank Gay.
You can call Frank Gay. They're good people.
You think so?
Yes, that goes for everyone who works in home services. Plumbers, electricians, HVAC techs. We're all out in the community doing our best to be part of the solution.
I just didn't think you'd be so...
Cooperative? Well, there's a time to joke around and there's a time to get to work. This is the latter.
Hurricane Ian affected us all, including those of us at Frank Gay. So we're in the field every day, working hard to help rebuild the communities we serve, because that's the Frank Gay way.
Thanks for your help.
I'm glad you're okay.
You too.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
This is the Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
Yes, you were talking about Barney, and there's a good documentary on Peacock right now. It's called I Love You, You Hate Me, about Barney and about the backlash and about the creators and kind of the weird stuff that happened to them, and then the son of who created it. All right. I love you. You love me.
Yeah, I've heard about that documentary. I've not seen it, though. 407-916-1041.
You got Peacock, Jimmy?
I do have Peacock.
Do you have Peacock, Jack?
The app. I have the app, but I don't subscribe to it. I did during the Olympics for $5 because then you got everything that NBC was putting out on the Olympics. And
right.
I'm an Olympics junkie.
Mm-hmm.
But then I just canceled that. Oh, today. Oh, I did it to myself. Oh.
Normally, that guys don't act like that when they say those words.
I did that too. But the Sling TV I get for the month of October for the baseball playoffs.
Slingers.
Because I don't have TBS. I don't have, so I needed that. And when, the Yankees said, we're not going to play anymore, I should have just canceled it.
Right.
I canceled it today. They charged me for the next month yesterday, and they don't refund you. So now I got Sling TV for another month at full price. That kills me.
All right, 407-916-1041. We do have two lines open for last call if you want to grab those. Again, that's 407-916-1041. Two lines are open. Last call is you just make us laugh, say something, call back from the show, whatever you want to do. It's like radio graffiti is what it is. Just spray something on the wall. That's what we're doing.
Radio vomit. Radio projectile vomit.
I am Jim, Deb, and Jack are both here. And Deb, you have to tell Jack the story that you just read about Ye.
Oh.
Listen to this.
What you got?
First things first. Remember what I said yesterday, right? About Kanye.
Oh, yeah.
This is the beginning of the end for him. He's done. You can't come back from this.
This is the spiral.
Yeah, once you get on that other side, it's too difficult to come back.
Well, Ye, a day after Adidas cuts ties with him, Ye shows up unannounced at Skechers headquarters this morning and was promptly escorted away from the building.
He was looking to get Skechers to pick up the deal that Adidas dropped and create Yeezys.
Skechers, for those who do not know, founded by a Jewish family, run by a Jewish family, put out a statement saying he showed up unannounced and they have no intention of working with him.
Wow.
When you see the interview, when he's doing the interview and he's in that black sweatshirt.
Oh, Jimmy pointed that out today. It's unbelievable. He's filthy.
It's
it's stained.
No disrespect because you don't know why people are homeless, and I'm not trying to come down on them, but he looked homeless. Like his sweater is filthy. I don't know what's all over there. That could be a design. I do not know, but it is disgusting. I mean, he looks like he hasn't showered or changed clothes in weeks.
That was part of his recent marketing pitch with his clothes was like leaving them in a bag in the floor of the store where people would have to look through it, kind of like a homeless experience. Where some people look at it and say, "Oh, pure genius," and other people look at it and it's like, "Oh, he's off his meds."
This is what I think happened. I think Yeezy is a fan of the Jim Colbert Show.
Oh God, let's hope.
And he was listening when the other equal genius mentioned the brilliant idea of selling clothes pre-stained.
Oh, yeah, God. I should sue this guy. Everybody else is.
I mean, why not? He's stealing your idea, dude.
I should get in the line. The guy's got 1.3, or he had.
Exactly.
Did you see now his net worth when he lost the Adidas deal, which was the chunk of his net worth? Now, look, again, he's not hurting, but he went from like 1.1 or 1.2 billion down to 400 million just on losing the Adidas deal. And it's not over. By the way, the backlash is not over. The countersuits have yet to be filed. You can bet your ass. I would put money on it right now. Adidas is going to sue this guy for breach of contract because they've lost money on the product, and they had an entire production line. And by the way, when big companies like that produce something, it's years in advance. I get to watch my wife do this for Ford Motor Company, and the stuff that will be sold next Christmas is in development now.
Oh yeah,
I mean it's a year in advance for these guys. These plans, it takes time to do this. Adidas had hundreds of millions of dollars wrapped up into this Yeezy brand because you couldn't keep them in stock. I mean, the one thing for this guy is he created brands that everybody wanted to be a part of. Created being past tense. And I can't imagine what this is going to wind up costing Adidas in the long run. They would legit be able to make an argument on the extent of his contract, I don't know how long it is, that they would lose a certain amount of money per year and be able to sue him for that.
What I think is interesting is watching the social media backlash on Twitter over the last several days, week against Adidas, because if you notice, they really tried to hang on to that deal as long as they possibly could.
They said they were investigating.
Yeah, because like Jimmy said, it was years and years and hundreds of millions of dollars. They were hoping that maybe it could just blow over, but then finally Adidas had to pull the plug because now it's starting to look bad on them.
And he doubled down.
And then he doubled down.
They maintained, they didn't say anything, and then he went back and said it again and said more. Did the DEFCON 3 to Jews thing?
Right.
Like, you can't do that.
1 year from today, who has a higher net worth, Kanye West or Alex Jones?
Ooh,
Kanye West. Alex is
Kanye
done.
West.
Because Kanye.
Well, Kanye's a couple decades into this game,
and Kanye is his own worst enemy. Alex Jones has an actual legal action against him. He will never be able to earn another dollar and keep it, in any way, shape, or form. They will hawk that guy until he dies.
What do you think, Jack?
Same thing?
Kanye West.
Yeah, Kanye for sure. Yeah. Deb, who do we have to thank today?
Well, we want to thank Daisy Fiore, again, the Senior Coordinator for Education, and Alina, the Merlin Falcon.
If you missed Animal House today, you have to go to JimColbertLive.com and download the podcast and watch the video and everything. It is so good. She was so good.
Yeah, she's really, really good, and we'll have her back, along with, like I said, Alina, the Merlin Falcon. So if you see the video of the show on our Facebook page, definitely worth a check out, from the Audubon Center for Birds of Prey, and, of course, Orlando Sentinel columnist Scott Maxwell.
That's right. Coming up tomorrow, not Brandon Kravitz. Brendan O'Connor will be back with us, and so will Glenn Klausman. So we'll look forward to those guys as well. Twitter poll,
Santa
Jack?
Klausman's coming to town.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, he is. Twitter poll at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter. Do you watch things more than once? Plays, movies, etc. Where do you think it fell, Jimmy?
I think a lot of people do that. I would say 65% do.
91% say yes.
Awesome.
And one of the comments, which is interesting, by Mitch Bozeman, he goes, "As I get older, the story doesn't change, but my perspective does."
And you know what? He's absolutely right. I have watched a number of things a couple times, and I feel that same way.
It hits different.
Music the same way. Music's actually maybe even more so.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
Mitch, my neighbor in Mount Dora.
Yeah.
Stupid love songs. Now I like them. Now I hate them. I don't know. I'm so confused.
Bill, last call.
Hey, you guys are talking about the innuendo in cartoons, and the Flintstones has one of the best ones ever. Barney's talking with Fred about costumes that they're going to buy for a costume party, and Barney says he needs to get him one that's going to make him a little bit taller, and Fred suggests he gets another head, and Barney replies to him, he goes, "What would I want with 3?"
Oh, that's crazy.
That is.
Wow.
I'll have to rewatch that episode.
That came in hot.
Richard, last call.
Yeah, I got an inspirational quote from Coco.
Oh.
Just because you're trash doesn't mean you can't do great things. It's called garbage can, not garbage cannot.
That's from Coco. Bring it. I'll take Coco knowledge every day. We'll have a whole segment. Coco knowledge.
Garbage can.
West Melbourne knowledge, Coco knowledge. Big T, last call.
All right, Jimmy. So just some quick show business talk. With Ross gone, there's something missing from the show. And while Jack and Deb are doing a great job trying to fill in, the bit of funny that's missing, you just got to step it up, man. I mean, you got to do your job better. Ratchet it up, man. Come on.
Okay, buddy. Thanks. I appreciate it. 407-916-1041. Party Mom, last call.
The fact that my entire body cracks like a glow stick whenever I stretch, yet it refuses to actually glow. It's very disappointing. Smoke weed every day.
Thanks, Party Mom. I appreciate that. Very good. Very good.
And she's not wrong.
All right, let's get out of here. Again, like I said, coming up tomorrow, Brendan O'Connor to tell us what's happening in the city, and our buddy Glenn Clausman with Santa Clausman.
Yeah.
Giving out $25 or $20 gift cards from Publix for trivia, so that'll be happening tomorrow.
And we're looking for new players, you repeaters.
That's right. 4:45 we'll be doing that for sure. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ross, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters of the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We will see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a wonderful Wednesday evening.
And go put some hump in your day. Bye.
Well, I don't know about that.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.